did sort of warn that I wasn't particularly well prepared. So me not being quite on the ball there is not as surprising as it could have been, but there we go. I think everything is done now, so we don't need that open. That will give it another few seconds just in case it makes a difference, but I don't think it does. Let's have a drinky while we're waiting. There we go. 2, 1, excellent. And that's sorted that out. And now we want to go into this one, I believe. I think that's going to be the correct thing. PC, excellent. Oh, that's loud. That's better. It's kind of lucky it was...
Hello there.
It was that General Kenobi. Yes, I can't remember the bloody line. I say it up and now I can't remember it, but still, and there we are. Hello, Mr. Whitton. Thank God I needed something entertaining to watch. Oh, well, I'd highly recommend several other things, to be honest, but I don't think it's on the iPlayer anymore, but I'd highly recommend the Goes Wrong show if you fancy entertainment. Just recently been watching. I'm slightly disappointed and slightly annoyed because it would have been much nicer had they continued the series, but it looks like it was axed, as is so often the way with American TV programs. But recently, I have been watching a program called Deception, and it is, frankly, I thought it was magnificent. It was very much like the films Now You See Me, and I believe the second one was, they did actually go with Now You Don't. That sort of high-class magician entertainment. How in the world could they have pulled this crime off? Well, let the assisting magician show you how they could do it. And it was very entertaining. You know, magician helps FBI. It's everything I quite like. Police procedural style stuff with a flaring twist of magic. And I found it hilarious fun. Ridiculously over the top, but hilarious fun nonetheless. Vinnie Jones was in it. That should tell you... that should tell you something about how ridiculously fun it would have been. But no, he was quite good in it, actually. He basically just played an angry Brit. Which, in fairness, if you're gonna hire anybody to play a slightly angry, agitated British person, yeah, you could go further wrong with Vinnie Jones. But nonetheless, it was a very entertaining program. It's just a shame they sort of left it on a slight cliffhanger. And of course, as is so often the way with bloody Americans, they go, oh no, we're not getting millions and millions of viewers, we're only getting like 1 million views. Oh, cancel it. And it's like, fucking cocksuckers. Oh, you love the movie Cliffhanger, I see. Oh, okay. Game save is an outdated version, restarting run. Well, fair enough then. It's lucky I can't remember what the run was that I was doing, nor that it makes any real difference. I'm sure it was going horribly wrong and everybody was dying, so the fact that I have to start from scratch makes little difference. But yes, I think this is very much sort of highlighting the fact that this is updated. Yeah, basically, yeah, we've updated the game, start over.
Be destroyed.
But what if I need the shackles of denial? What if, without the shackles of denial will run over and flood places? Yes, it's a ain't just a river in Egypt joke. Don't judge me, it was the best I had.
Welcome what help may come.
But I've no idea precisely what's changed. I think there's some kind of beast. But outside of that, I don't particularly know what the shit. So, let's see. We've got the Jester. We've got the Runaway. Yeah, you had your sort of... No. Oh, interesting. Oh, I suppose, yeah, I own the move Cauterize, but Cauterize is not on there. Can you have 4 Jesters? I don't think so. No. You can only have 1 of each. I think in the first game you could have had 4 Jesters. But this one's a little bit more, these are individual characters. Whereas the first game was, Jester was like a class, and you could have multiple Jesters in your ranks. Whereas this is very much more, this is the Hellion. There is one. This is the runaway. There is one. So no, you cannot have more than one jester. So let's have a look. I think the Witch Doctor, or Plague Doctor, is a necessity. Dismas is usually pretty fucking good. His little sort of... Where is it? His Wicked Slice is particularly good. So I think we're going to... Oh no, I'm not. I want to bring the man, not just the Wicked Slice. Although, having said that, I don't know if I'd say no to just going, everybody gets a Wicked Slice. Just enjoy having a Wicked Slice. And now the Runaway is not terrible. A little bit more. Oh no, okay, Firefly is not bad. Searing Strike, where's Cauterize? Cauterize I can do there. Control Burn, no. But Ransack I can do that. But then that's forward and pulling. But then again, that is back one, so I could shift her around a bit. You know what? Yeah, I'll have to rejigger her abilities a bit, but she can happily serve the third slot. And now, really, I think our best bet for front slots are either Badastan or the Hellion, or I suppose the Man-at-Arms or the Hellion. I'm tempted to go Hellion because I often go for the Man-at-Arms. So yeah, do you know what? We're going to have the Hellion. So our official group is going to be the Hellion, the Highwayman, the Runaway, and the Plague Doctor. Now, as usual, I've chosen the team this time, but I'm happy for people to put forth a name if desired. Otherwise, we'll stick with Paracelsus Bonnet. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Him, her, them, they. I suppose I'm. There's a part of me going no. Well, this one should really be her. Oh, or okay, I'll give you an or. We'll see. Okay, I can do you, Mr. Blue. I'll tell you what. I'm afraid you're a woman, if that makes any odds to you. But if it makes you feel better... Nah, I had a feeling... I'll tell you what. Well, Can't Sleep seems just like an ailment rather than a name. So I'll tell you what, I can't fit the whole thing in, so we will do CSMP. And then, luckily, I've done it in such a way that I get to be the awesome character. Which is unfair. But there you go. And yeah. Yeah. So it's technically the order you stated. It's just I've managed to make you a woman, CSMP a woman, me a man, and then Snooky a woman. So I don't know. Make of that what you will. They are facts, not statements. But also, I do think I have lucked out, and I do feel like Dismas, the Highwayman, is one of the best characters. Basically because his manoeuvres are just quality moves, frankly. Don't get me wrong, they've each got a use and a purpose and a decency, but I think Dismas is just an all-round great character. Because, like, the Runaway is actually... Oh, yeah, talking about the Runaway, C was characters, wasn't it? We wanted to... Okay, so that's Bleed Out. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I must admit, Bleed... Oh, no, Barbaric Yacht. No, that might come in handy. No, right, I think we'll leave that. So, the Highwayman only has those moves. This one, what we want to do... You're not in that front row, so probably not worth it. Hearthlight... Just feels like a waste of time, to be honest, but... one we definitely want is Cauterize. And yeah, if I then put in Ransack, we can Ransack, Run and Hide. We've got the Cauterize for a little bit of healing. Now see, this is where her actual heal, that heal 25%, is I think better than the Plague Doctor. However, you have to be bleeding in order to cauterize the wound, which to a certain extent makes a degree of sense, because you would only really cauterize a wound if it's bleeding, but it would be a lot more useful if you could just go, look, you're low on health, but you have no physical wounds. Let me jam you with my poker anyway. Burn for health. Burn! But yeah, it's slightly awkward. Anyway, no other moves there. So I think we're all good. Let's just double check the inventory. I don't think we've got anything at the moment. No, because we've not been past the first stage. But yeah, in terms of new bits and pieces, I don't know what to expect. There might be some new items. There might be a new dungeon area, new stuff to explore, new enemies, etc. Oh, a vague trinket. A distant trinket. I mean, it's not distant enough that I'm not going to be able to use it, so that's good. But yeah, okay. I'd say most health should be that. Is this early access or full release? Early access, because I was slightly concerned when I opened it up. I opened up what was called Darkest Dungeon Experimental version, and I was slightly sort of like, oh, is this the right thing, or have I keyed in the wrong game and I'm going to be presented with something completely unexpected? But no, this is, as I say, it is early access, it is experimental, and they are sort of building it as they go, I think, essentially. But it is playable, I suppose. It's just, I'm assuming they've got a roadmap to where they want it to go. It's one of those ones where I don't necessarily always like to go, this is, okay. I don't know if I like it. I think I preferred it when they were, like, took up a bit more of the space. Yeah, I liked it when they took up a bit more space. It looked a bit more dynamic, but yeah, they've changed it so that they're all in a row. We've formed an orderly queue. Yeah. See, yeah. It makes no difference to the gameplay, so it doesn't present too much of a problem. But aesthetically, I think I preferred the original, where they were in sort of like a grouping, because I don't know. Functionally, I don't think it made any real difference, which makes me wonder why you'd change it. But maybe they just felt their aesthetic was better served if they were lined up in a row, or maybe testers found that it was clearer. I don't know. As I say, I preferred them sort of in that 4, taking up a bit more space, making them look a bit more like a group aesthetic, perhaps. I don't know. Right, so probably we could ransack, but Dismas is net, so I probably want him doing Wicked Slice. Oh, I didn't pay attention to what Firefly can do, but oh well. I knew what it could do. I didn't realise it was only the back 3. Wicked Slice! That Wicked Slice! Wicked Slice! Now, oh, you've got problems, don't you, sir? You've got problems. And you, of course, you can only ever do the front thing, but you're poisoned and burning? Yes, you are poisoned and burning. Excellent. I suppose technically it does reflect the battle party a little bit more, but I don't necessarily think that was necessary. So I don't... You're nearly. Nearly. It was a little bit where it was like, no. It's still not quite loud enough to actually make me go, oh, there's someone else. Alright, that's... I suppose my boy can technically shoot, so it's not too bad. See, this is what... Oh no, he can still Wicked Slice. Fantastic. Good lad. Apart from the fact that he does seem to be... I'm assuming it's going to be one of the annoying traits. Well, it's because I still haven't gotten around to removing the thing coming up on the chat, but on this occasion it was slightly delayed, so it didn't come up immediately. That was like just vaguely in the background. It's one of those ones where it's like I can hear the knocking, but it sounds like it's like downstairs and a fair distance away. Is your team from the Mr. Kipling Customer Satisfaction Centre? Not as far as I'm aware. That's an odd question. I don't think we've got any cake. We've got apples and cheese, which is better than slimy mould. Wicked Wow, you went deep in that one. You went deep for the joke in that one, I think. Anyway, I was going to look up my issues here. So, minus 10% damage, that's annoying. To a power beyond themselves, that's fine if you insist. Oh, why do you have natural swing? You don't swing at things. And you are lazy as well. That's unfortunate. In fact, that's blue boosh. You have a natural swing, but you're lazy. I'm sorry to inform you of that. And then CSMP is a peacemaker and a pacifist, which is I know technically wrestling is staged, but there's a certain sort of contradiction there between CSMP. If you saw him beat down a man in a wrestling ring, you would perhaps not consider him a pacifist. I have the runs. That's the issue we've got here. But I am unerring, so I should rely on the pistol shot a little bit more. And then Snooky's devout, but has a sprained wrist. He's been picking too many things up, I suppose. Should use the forklift more often. Hello, Mr. Chester Phoenix. Welcome. We are back on the Darkest Dungeon, where we've already discovered one thing they've changed. Apparently I did worse than eat the beans. I fear. I probably ate some of that slimy mould. That's the problem.
Under the mountains, unblinking gaze.
The Torch and Crown. The resolute companions reached the Torch and Crown. Okay, well, you don't look happy about it, but I suppose that's not unexpected, I guess. The Provisioneer, technically. But also, welcome, Mr. Blue Bush. And we got through the hello, but I never really got further than that. So, hello. Welcome. And how are you all doing? Ooh, boy, a triage kit. That sounds like it'd be very good. Yeah, in fact, that sounds like it'd be absolutely spectacular. So I'll grab a couple of them. Got a healing salve. I'll tell you what, can we access our... Yes, we can. Excellent. So that's the combat item there, isn't it? I'm, looking at Hawkeye. In what sense are you looking at Hawkeye? I'm assuming in a Marvel Crisis Protocol sense, but I'd be willing to be proven wrong. So just bandages. So you can have the bandages, although I'm not convinced they're going to be of that much use. I suppose the Plague Doctor should really... I'm doing it thematically, really, but it's not hugely important to do it thematically. He's been primed for 3 months. Good lord. I must admit, I've got a lot. I've got lots of things. I still need to do Blade and Moon Knight. Well, I still need to do all of the figures, but I've also added to the collection a Spider-Man Noir that should be quite good, a Spider-Man 2099 that should be quite interesting, and a Hela, technically. I don't even play Hela, and I've added that to the collection because I was fiddling with that model. And then I've got some little marker figures that I won't specify right this very moment. And then I've got some other token figures that, again, I'm not going to specify right this very moment. You'll have to wait and see. Well, do you know what? I've been... no, right, healing's probably slightly more important, so... is it worthwhile doing the ounce of prevention? Oh, interesting. I could have sworn the ounce of prevention previously had a sanity decrease on it. Yes, Doctor Strange is definitely one I ought to do. I have been tempted to find an alternate Doctor Strange, 3D print that alternate Doctor Strange, in order to then at least just not have an invisible Doctor Strange, so that there is a Doctor Strange on the field. But yeah, it's difficult. I'll have that one. And I'll tell you what, one thing I never do, and I'll open this up primarily to Chester first, since as Blue Boosh, you got to name the entire crew. But if Chester passes, then obviously you can have a go. But would you like to name my chariot? It was previously the Last Hope. I will give you a moment to see if you wish to. How many M's? 1, 2, 3, 4. I know that's. I know that's sarcasm. I'm being a dick. I know. I can't help it. It's just in my nature. Do 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 do. But I might also have a Ben Grimm, because that nuclear firefly that I referenced, Shagwagon, wonderful. I will give Chester a moment or two, else I will use the Shagwagon. If Chester is happy with Shagwagon, of course, I will equally use the Shagwagon. The Dauntless, that's a bit more like it. That's a bit more of a serious take. Marvellous, I like that. The Dauntless. I'm looking at the F4. Oh, Fantastic Four, yeah.
In need.
Right, so at the moment it's still the Feta and the Tangle, which is there. I must admit, the other one you showed, I can't quite remember who it was now. Was it C27 who had them as a full foursome? It's quite good that they've got them as a full foursome, of course. That's quite nice. But I cannot deny... Oh, it wasn't C27. Oh, okay. Whichever one had the full group. With Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer, I think. Although Nuclear Firefly have Silver Surfer and Doom. Was it Legion? Legion? It might have been. It's in one of the Discords, so I'm sure we can find it. I think it's probably going to be... Yeah, I feel like maybe the Hope might be the best one to do, because I mean that reward is oh no, actually Disarming Dagger might not be a terrible reward. Win at least 3 resistance in counter battles. I think I'm probably we'll go to the Feta. We'll go to the Feta cheese. The Feta cheese. But anyway, I wasn't overly keen. So, Nuclear Firefly's thing, I'm not keen on the fact that he's got a toilet in his hands. Granted, it's a Portaloo, so it's not like literally he's just holding up a toilet. But I'm not 100% sold on that one. But it's nice enough, and I gave him money last month and allowed it to continue this month. So Snooky wants battle, Can't Sleep wants battle. Blue, you're against those two. You're going to the feta cheese. That's why he's got the runs. Too much cheese. Yeah. Just in case. I think you came in just on the cusp. But the character named after me, Dismas, has the runs. Just in case. I know it doesn't make that much difference, but just for the record, it's the character that's got the runs. But we shall see. I've not eaten anything today that I think would give me the runs, but then again, life's a gamble. You never quite know what's going to happen. 2 arms, 2 legs, and a couple of weapons in each of the arms and the legs, in fact. Battle with purpose. Battle. We can weather this storm. We've been spoiling for this fight. Well, I'll take the lead. With purpose. Let's kill things with purpose. Like the third thing you said after I got here was I have the runs. Yes, I had a feeling there was yeah, and I've got to admit, it's one of the things I really need to sort out quite soon, because next attack twice over you deal 50% less damage, which is not what you want. Now this is a slight dilemma. What is that under meter? Do I recognise what that under meter is? It's just there's a gold patch there, and I don't quite know if I know what that is or not. It's one of those odd ones where sometimes you think it's new when the reality is it's not new. The Iron Swan could be quite useful, but then the others can't necessarily take advantage of the Iron Swan, but sometimes Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I was hoping it would do. I suppose with blinding gas, we might be able to deal with a little bit of extra stuff there. Blind there, that's not too bad. Now, you were quite good with your ranged shots, weren't you? So maybe let's try and focus down that rear fella, but I think that's going to be more difficult than I make it sound. Because unfortunately, they seem to have an obscene volume of health. Oh, wow! That was 18 damage. Are you serious? Okay, this is... Okay, have they adjusted the damage values? Because I feel like I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. And it's the first level. And I don't recall... I don't quite... Oh, I think they've shifted in such a fashion. I think it's going to be better to take care of the little ones first. This is awkward. Very awkward. Very awkward. Oh, yes, you're quite right. Yes. My God, you are devilishly observant. It's like alarmingly so sometimes. Run and hide could work. Yeah, I think we'll run and hide on this occasion. Disappear into the shadows. Stealth. And then we'll wicked slice the cat front. Well, it's a goat, isn't it? More so than a cat. And then we'll try and poison the goat. With a bit of... Nope, he didn't get any of those status ailments. I was going to say with a bit of lucky. Jesus, 14 is unreasonable. Frankly, it's unreasonable. I do think sometimes... I know sort of like the point of the Darkest Dungeon is it's hard work and difficult, but sometimes I do slightly wonder, guys, at least sort of lull people into a false sense of security. You know, it's like you want to sort of chat them up pleasantly and, you know, then maybe eventually you'd get your own way and reveal that actually you're an arsehole. But at this point, it seems to be they're just presenting themselves as dickheads immediately with this level of damage. Excellent, that's what we want to see. Death blow. But yeah, this is like my first piece of combat and we're already pretty fucked up, which is inconvenient to say the least. It does, I don't know, probably my imagination, but it feels like they're hitting harder and taking a lot more damage, which is concerning. At this point, the Iron Swan's probably my best bet, which is not to say that's a good thing. Wicked Slice, I think it's going to have to be the pistol. Well, we'll continue working on the Iron Swan target, because I think we might be able to take that one down. And Daze is not a bad situation. Meat hook. Do you want to see my meat hook? Hey, good lad, me. Good lad, me. Riposte is very powerful. Very powerful indeed. Iron Swan. Excellent. Go for the Iron Swan. We are all go for the Iron Swan. Of course, I do need to use his pistol more often because he's got the extras. I suppose at this point I should probably use some battlefield medicine. Yeah, probably the best bet, truth be told. A critical heal! Excellent work. Run and hide. Yeah, no, we can't really do anything with you in your current position because unfortunately I can't even get you to move forward. But I didn't need it. We managed to plough our way through in the end. So maybe it is exactly the same as previous occasions, and I was just making it up that it seemed more difficult. I don't know. I feel like sometimes they hit harder than is entirely necessary. Okay, so that was one of my resistance battles, which is okay. I mean, I say it's okay. We took a fair fucking beating, and so it's not necessarily okay. Stepped away from that entire fight, as it turns out. Well, the entire fight was quite difficult. But there you go. We won in the end, but it did feel like they were doing a lot more damage. Now, I either just got unlucky that my first encounter was unpleasant, or it's a lot more sort of blarg. They've managed to be more problematic. Okay. Yeah, I think money... Oh, except they do not like that. Yeah, I suppose if I take away a little bit of the burning torch, I get more supplies, but I think I prefer just giving them money for items and shit. But unfortunately, that makes Blue Boosh very unpopular, I fear. The rest of us are not happy. Me and CSMP are like, I'm sorry, you're giving these desperate people money. What the fuck do you think you're doing? How dare you be charitable and decent? Neither of us like you. It's like a nightmare out there. And unfortunately this is a difficult path, which means we're into combat again. Arrgh. Against ruffians. Damn. Shoot the ruffians. I suppose shoot the shooter, maybe. Oh, of course. I think... Oh, no. Wait, me runs, I don't think, keyed in. Which, I mean, arguably is probably a good thing. Ransack. It's a very fancy way of saying clobber them with a fucking pitchfork, isn't it? Let's deal with you. Hopefully that blight will death blow. Excellent. Now, I do wonder slightly, and again, it's possibly just imagination or chance, because a lot of this is random, but it does feel like they're dying a lot easier than ever before, but we shall see. Hold on to what? Hold on to your nuts. Just don't tug them too much, otherwise it'll be a distraction. Hold on to your people. Does poison have a chance to instant death blow in this? I don't think so. I think it was just because he was so low on health. I don't know exactly what his health bar situation was, but I knocked him right down to the very end and he took enough poison damage to knock him out. Because any effect damage is enough to... If it's enough to KO, they will KO. The one thing I'm intrigued by is the fact... Excuse me. I choked on my own words. The thing that intrigues me is the fact that they seem to be death blowing a lot easier than previously. So I do wonder if maybe there's a system that's been tweaked there. I should really argue... Oh, there we go. Okay. Again, it did 4 poison damage, but that was enough to kill him, which is good. We can travel... No, it's still got that slight delay where I'm pushing the button and it's not going anywhere, and it's like, oh no, it's gone horribly wrong, and it's just like, oh no, take a second, relax. It's not gone horribly wrong. I'm still drunk in charge of a horse and carriage, which I suppose is fair enough. Okay, so who shall we have a look at? I'll tell you what, shall we have a look at Dismas? Although I was working a lot on some of the others, so I wonder if it'd be better to stick with the runaway. But then, well, Dismas has actually got like moves that are really good. So I don't necessarily feel like I need new moves for him. So I'll tell you, let's go the runaway again, I think. Because so far, if you're unaware of her story, she lost her parents, I think, then was taken in by a orphanage, but it was your standard sort of nasty, horrible, give you beatings sort of nun orphanage. She escaped said orphanage, and then she came across and found herself in a loving family, but then burnt the place down and I think killed them all. So I'm not entirely sure whether it was meant to be deliberate she burnt the place. I think it was a bit of... Oh no, we fucked it up. We failed. Oh, you remember now? Yeah. We failed last time. And I don't know how or why or what we were doing. Yeah, so the idea is I play with fire. But it makes more sense to play with fire on that thing. But yeah, it's difficult to know precisely what I'm supposed to be doing here. I can't remember. She lost her parents. Were they down behind the sofa? Yeah, so do I don't know, maybe I just have to burn everything? Or did I try that last time and it didn't go well? Or do I need to try and put it out? But surely if I'm supposed to be a pyromaniac, I just want to burn it. Burn it all. Licking flames. Don't lick the flames, it's very painful. Maybe it truly is just spark it all as quickly as possible. So maybe what I should have done was played with the flames before lighting one of them up. Maybe that's the crucial detail. Or I'm just completely wrong and completely fucked. I don't know. We shall see. But I'm going to go on the theory of burn it all. Burn it all, burn it all, but I don't know if I've got the health to burn it all. Nope, there we go, I think I did. That was the point. You just had to burn it all. Burn it all to the ground. So yes, that's the bit we burnt down the nice people's house. And then we get Dragonfly. Interesting, it's a ranged attack. Back 1, that could be quite useful. Yeah, I think we might be able to use that immediately. Have I tried the solution? Unfortunately, no, that's the problem. But on this occasion, yes, I did. And yes, I suppose technically I did take your advice. I tried the solution, and it turns out the solution worked. Right, so that one's forward. So I must admit, maybe get rid of Run and Hide in favour of Dragonfly, because then I can hop back and forth with Ransack and Dragonfly. Theoretically, at least. Of course, it means you can't run and hide anymore, but you know, running and hiding's the coward's solution. So I suppose arguably if they do have any advice, we do need a hospital wouldn't be a bad idea, but then we definitely need a resistance encounter, which we might get on some of the mysteries, of course. But I'll tell you what, there are actually 2 there, so if I aimed for that hospital. So we'll go down the slightly troublesome path, but nonetheless aiming for the hospital, because hopefully we can deal with the troublesome path and then get to the hospital. And I think this is the merchant, but I might be mistaken. Might not have seen the icon properly. Okay, more extremely nasty men. Okay, that's Firefly, not Dragonfly. That's fine. That's Dragonfly. Okay. So if we'll go, I don't know, 29 health points. Good look, 37 health points. Oh, okay. Let's just go after the first man. Or beast, I suppose, technically, but the benefits of going after the first one is I can use the bloody toxics. But I can't use my gun. Of course I can't. Why would I be able to use my gun? Ah, you bloody nuisance. But I do feel like the gun is the most pertinent tool for him, but then the Duelist Advance might be quite useful early doors. Because every time he gets hit, he will repost it back at you. Would you like to? No, I don't really need you doing that. So I think just bring down the Wicked Hack. That's a wicked hack, man. You got right into the Pentagon. I know. Our code real good. I wrote a backdoor. Excellent. Yes, I fully agree. Excellent work, sir. Really go some with that. Stop slopping me, please. Oh god, I need healings now. Oh, we can cauterize, maybe. Well, that depends on it. Well, okay. We're likely going to want to cauterize, but whether we're going to get the chance to, I don't know. I suppose bandages. I could stop the bleeding, but the bleed isn't necessarily going to be too much of a trouble. I realise that sounds like it would be troublesome, but it's not. Trust me. The bleed is not going to cause issues on this occasion. It's only damage that's going to cause issues on this occasion. And then I can stop the bleed in the not too distant future. Nice riposte, excellent. That's what you do. If you get a letter addressed to you, or if you get a letter addressed to someone else, it's only right to repost it. Yeah, we'll try and finish him off. Death blow, excellent. That's what we needed to see. Okay, you're bleeding again. bleed isn't going to be quite as much of an issue again, owing to the whole, you know, we've got Cauterize the second. Cauterize again!
Timed.
A little help, impeccably timed. And now you, I could try and get rid of, yeah, probably worthwhile healing and removing the blight for you. Oh, you remove your own blight as well. Excellent. Well done, sir. That's exactly the sort of forward thinking we need in this team. To be able to heal yourself of the blight whilst healing someone else of the blight. Unfortunately, she's got the blight again. I should use that ounce of prevention a lot more. This is the issue we keep stumbling into. I don't like it, but it's true. Oh, you resisted the bleed. Excellent. Well done. I'm not going to get the win, annoyingly. Because they're just too tough for 5 rounds of combat. I suppose, arguably, it doesn't necessarily matter all that much whether I get the win or not. Just as long as I survive, I suppose. Which is the definition of this game, really, isn't it? It's not about winning. It's not about losing. It's whether you survive. Best I can hope for is to deal a death blow to that fella, which I did. And then maybe just do a cheeky little heal there, and hopefully no more blight for you, sir. Excellent. Although having said that, the blight is at the beginning. The blight kicks in at the beginning, which means it's of no consequence that he's healed it up. He's healed it down. Okay, so you and you actually get benefits of the heal, so I think we'll do it for the Plague Doctor. And now you... I mean, it's round 5, but I did sort of want to see the Dragonfly, so we might leave Dismas in that position so that she can utilise Dragonfly. Whether I can or not is another question. Especially, I'm not sure how they healed, but I feel like they must have, unless they just swapped places. No, we didn't see it. There we go, Dragonfly. So the front 2 slots, which is unfortunate, but you go back and just burn 2 with a sort of the combo skull. That skull can do other things. Additional skill effects when targeted. Precisely what I think is written on each of their abilities. But yeah, we're not in a great end position there. Lost quite a lot of health to those guys, and didn't actually get any rewards because I couldn't beat them quickly enough. Which I don't know how I feel about that. Because I feel like maybe I mean, I know this is a system that would help the player and therefore completely out of place in the Darkest Dungeon, but I feel like maybe defeating a couple should net you a couple of rewards, because 5 rounds just isn't really quick. It's not long enough to really do as much as you need to be able to do, I don't think. But maybe I'm just terrible. I don't know. Yeah, we'll take that off your hands, mate. In items, no. Stagecoach. Can't afford anything there anyway. So, yeah, okay. Let's equip my new trinkets. I'm sort of thinking just straight up damage. Oh, I suppose we could cancel out the sprained wrist, or we could sort of double down on... Because, I mean, that's general 10% damage, and then 10% on the ranged. But then every now and again, you get attack down, which is not great news. Oh, go on. We'll double down on his ranged attacks, so we'll just try and focus on the idea of going maximum range with Dismas, which is not unreasonable. It's not unreasonable to be loved by anyone. CSMP and Blue Boosh both agree that the hospital is the way to go. Unfortunately, I'm disappointing both myself and Snooky in doing so. Snooky's not crying. Look away from him. He would never cry. She would never cry. She would never cry. Both.
To profit in destruction.
Yes. But some people do. Oh, doggy! I don't think we've seen the doggy before. Mongrel. He's got a sword on him. He's got a sword in his stone. Blind! Dodgy little dog. Goddamn dodgy dog. That's not what we want to see here. Iron Swan. Gonna take you down. Keep wanting to press 4 for sedatives. Screen overlay. don't know where that is. You're going to have to help me more. I don't know what you're talking about. Help me. Pistol shot the man at the back. Ah, god damn it, I've got the runs again. The yellow R. Right, the yellow R. Oh, I see. Yes. I really wish you'd stop pointing these things out, because every time you point these things out, I have to change the bastard things. Get rid of that bleed. As soon as I can get rid of a bleed, I will get rid of a bleed. But yes. Now, see, I can't have you falling asleep yet. You've got to wait until the end of the stream to fall asleep, I'm afraid. Those are the rules. Can we? Yeah, we can burn the man at the back, so Firefly is probably the best bet. Because hopefully when he gets another turn, he will turn around and lose. Ah, goddamn, fucking bleed everywhere. Watchdog. Concerning. Okay. Oh, I see. Guarded and repothed. Yes, I see. Interesting. Well, that means I don't want to target this front man. I also don't really want to target the dog. This is awkward. Well, I suppose for now, let's just target the man in the middle. Good man. Burnt to death. Excellent. That's what we like to see. You sick bastard. You like to see men burning to death. In this game, very much so, yes. God damn it, yeah, there's another sort of 3 out of 5 rounds. See, I just feel like it would, I don't know. It feels like it would be more beneficial just to give me combat. The whole sort of 5 rounds just kind of ends in disappointment because you don't get anything for it and you end up in a rush. And I know technically that doesn't make that much difference, but
Petty hindrance.
I'd prefer to just have the combat and win the combat rather than sort of survive the combat. Although having said that, when you're in a predicament, it does come in handy to do that. But still, I think that is going to trigger the riposte, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But never mind. It got rid of it so that now I can focus down the dog with a bit of luck. Put the dog down. Sorry, but it's going to have to be done. It is, in fairness, a mongrel that's trying to eat me, so I think I can be forgiven for putting the dog down. God damn it, I can only attack that man. Well, it doesn't matter now because the shielding's worn off, but still, let's get you healed up, and then we can cauterize Dismas, or me, technically. It's difficult not thinking of him as Dismas, because in every run so far he's always been Dismas. Unfortunately, we're out of cauterizing, which means you guys have used too much bleed effect. Wicked slice! Excellent, well done. Unfortunately, we've not got enough. I'll use an ounce of prevention, but it's not going to do much for me. I'm sorry, we'll have to put the dog down. He's too heavy and my arms are starting to hurt. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, god damn it. See? And I get nothing for this. I get nothing.
Is we reach the mountain.
No, what matters most is I get stuff. See? The rules of the turn-based RPG style combat is I do combat and then I get stuff at the end of combat.
Joints ache
and I need the stuff thing. Right, let's go to me. Are you able to cure my runs? For quite a high price, but yes, I think it's well worth curing my runs. The pharmacy, I don't think we need the pharmacy at the moment. I think the best bet is probably the runaway can have another 8 HP, and then we're out of coinage, unfortunately. Now we have to decide, so... No, see, I'm no longer doing that. So Can't Sleep would like to go to the Watchtower, and I must admit I'm inclined to go to the Watchtower as well, but we could take an easier path by bypassing the Watchtower and going around. That's not necessarily going to help me in the future. I suppose we said we wanted resistance encounters. We do still need 2 more. I don't think a lair is going to necessarily be wise. So... yeah, I think I've got a slight plan of action. We'll bypass the Watchtower because I don't think it's going to be necessary. So we might as well take a risk and try and find out what some of these mystery icons are. This one's going to be a treasure chest, which will be nice. Or some kind of treasure trove. I don't think it's actually considered a chest as such, although the icon is clearly a chest. Absolutely clearly a chest. Oh, 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 can we? No, oi! Just about managed to swing my backhand into that.
They ate the rotten flesh of their animals. Then, still hungry, they turned upon themselves.
Nasty, brutal, unreasonable. In strongbox. Ooh, I think I can probably install the strongbox when I get to in. Why have you got tin? I don't know. Zero. Best bet. I think my best bet is probably maybe this mystery path here. It's going to be a difficult terrain, and therefore we're going to encounter someone, but it will be then easy terrain afterwards, so hopefully we shall continue unabated.
Pillaging brigands,
as opposed to mass
as the
abated.
world collapses.
Yes. 2 doggies. When 2 doggies go to war, I'm gonna ransack one of them in the face. Kill the doggy. Kill the doggy first. I know it seems harsh, but Old Yeller needs to be put down. Well, technically he's Old Bran, I suppose, isn't he? Old Bran needs to be put down. How do you put down Old Bran? Let's do an ounce of prevention first. It should hopefully help. 3 turns. Not great. It only lasting 3 turns, but I suppose it's worth something, I guess. That gunner is particularly potent, which is inconvenient for my... oh, you donkey's testicle! Why specifically a donkey, and why is it doing stuff with its testicles? Nobody knows. Burn with the dragonfly. My dragonfly. Oh, it's Tredgecott. Buy followers, primes, and viewers on yourfollows.com. Remove the space. Remove your ass, you little dick bitch. Sometimes you hope it is a human behind them, but we all know it's a bot. Oh, stealing my glory. Apparently we've got issues. We've got issues between Can't Sleep and Blue Boosh. They're becoming jealous of one another. That's not on. Yeah, I had a feeling that was good. Oh, okay, that was nastier than I was expecting, or hoping. I should possibly just stall for a moment. Oh! Interesting. I assume you both pushed the button at the same time. There we go, he's back to being banned. Excellent. But well done. I appreciate you both making the effort, but I love the fact that the overlap there was so perfect. It was like, I ban you, I unban you. No, I ban you again. I didn't mean to unban you. But well done. Thank you both for trying. Anyway. Oh, watch fuck. Why don't you watch my ass? I'll tell you what, I'm going to pass. Oh, that actually added stress. Shit, he misread my symbols. I thought it was not going to give me stress. Oh, yeah, no, that's giving me stress. Why is that giving me stress? It should relieve my stress, you dicks. Well, I don't have much choice but to attack the dog that's going to attack me. Oh, game. I'm not sure about that system, game. Not sure about that system. Certain about that system. That guy dying is exactly what we need, but the whole passing causes stress. I feel like that maybe is something that needs to perhaps not be a thing. It would be far better if passing would actually leave you non-stressed. Because surely relaxing and not doing anything in the combat is less stressful, not causes stress. And again, I know this whole game wants you to die and hates you for living. I understand. I just sometimes feel that sometimes maybe they've taken that notion a little too far, and therefore it would be beneficial for them to perhaps yield on a couple of little things. Give you the laudanum. because we are going to start needing laudanum in a moment or two, because the stress levels are getting untenable. Can't Sleep looks like he might be the first to have a breakdown, which I don't know if I'd agree with that. In the game, it's definitely true. In real life, I don't think that's going to be the case. Okay, so lose a few relics, gain a lot of stuff. Lose a few relics, gain a lot of stuff. Oh, we are all in agreement this time. So it doesn't really matter. The true hero gives when the coffers are low. Let's see what they can trade us for our few relics. Well, I tell you what, me again. I will choose me, but everybody liked the decision. That's excellent news. And we've got some other bits and bobbles. Bits and bobbles, bits and bibs, bits and bibbly bobbles. So again, I think we need 2 more resistance encounters. So my thought is that one and that one. So for now, we'll head towards the mystery. Although that is going to disappoint. Oh shit! I might have to go to the resistance encounter then. I suppose we could change the plan slightly, but then that's an easy path, and that's an easy path. Whereas changing the plan would be difficult path, difficult path, difficult path. But I might actually need to yield to peer pressure and do what Can't Sleep wants to do. Because otherwise he's going to throw a temper tantrum. Guess we'll go the difficult path and try to avoid a temper tantrum. God damn it.
It is low indeed to profit in
I need you to not throw a temper tantrum, because that basically you need to not get stressed in this game, because the moment you get stressed, you are fucked. And I know that sounds like it would be an easy thing to do to avoid becoming stressed, but it really is not. Absolutely is the most difficult thing in the world to accomplish. And it's quite an annoying inevitability in a way. This is why I sort of drifted away from it again, as I often do with the Darkest Dungeon and the Darkest Dungeon 2. There's a certain drift factor when it's like, the moment it goes wrong is the moment you can sort of kiss your ass goodbye. I mean, I really don't want you to be sort of targeted by everything, so let's not do that at the moment. I think one of the issues I had was it's really difficult to build up to a positive relationship, but an absolute piece of piss, a la this, to end up in a negative state. And that's problematic. Well, you're not going anytime soon, so maybe we'll be able to figure out a way of... No, you are going first, so that bleed is going to play a factor. Which is unfortunate. But there you go. I could maybe use the bandages, but I sort of need to kill the man. I'll tell you what, let's do the riposte on this man. I need to just focus my fire. I can't deny it would be better to be able to try and take out one that's not been yet, but unfortunately they are going to be troublesome when it comes to that. Well, I think at this point I'm going to just have to double down on trying to kill a man and hope she doesn't die. Which I realise is not the optimal solution. The optimal solution is not, I hope you don't die. The optimal solution would be to stop her dying, but sometimes it's very difficult to accomplish that. Death blow. Critical death blow. Excellent. And now shoot that man. I'm a very good man with a very good gun. Pull you forward a little bit. Oh, I'll just kill him. Excellent work. Front mortar. Ow. Well, that hurt. Quite substantial amounts. Dragonfly. No, Dragonfly's not going to help me there. Ransack's probably the best option. That's going to really put my Hellion out of position, which is not optimal. Battlefield medicine will heal your wounds. Heal what ails you. Ah, god damn it. No, okay. If it bleeds, yeah, if it bleeds, will do. It's not the optimal path, but she's out of position, so she doesn't have the optimal path available to her. Is that... Oh, excellent work. Excellent work, me. I am magnificent, aren't I?
Though unpleasant in the extreme, this work is noble and necessary.
You were talking about the work, were you? I sincerely hope you were talking about the work, because it sounded like I said, I am magnificent, and then he said, though, something. Oh, ridiculous, my memory. I can't remember what he said. It was 5 seconds ago. Less than 5 seconds, in fact. Interesting. Well, we can deal with trinkets, I think. So, yeah. Is that an improvement over the one you have? Yes, it is. You know what? All of the sensors. He's activating all of the sensors. Is he mad? Maybe. Right, so I can't remember precisely what the plan was, but it's not a good plan anymore, is it? It requires a lot of... Oh, no, carry on forward. Carry on forward. There we go. Excellent. Oh, well, it felt like it wasn't going forward. The Towering Feast. The Plague Eaters. Run away! Run away! No, I'm afraid. Can't sleep. Has bloodlust. He wants the kill. He insists on the kill. And we need to actually, I think, win these fights. I don't know. I think the idea is we have to win. But I might be mistaken. Okay, so you're big, fat, nasty man. But I have an iron swan that says I'm going to kill you. Yeah. Put him a light as well. Actually, I just realised he takes up both 3rd and 4th slots, so I could have easily used a more aggressive manoeuvre, but he is the most unfortunate of characters. A fleshy backhand. Not what you want to find in your life. You do not want to find yourself with a fleshy backhand. Ooh, you can do your incision. Unfortunately, your incision's not necessarily going to do as much as I would like, but it is probably my best bet. For now, I feel... Oh!
Let us hope to finish
A single one go. Mate, I suppose you are quite tasty with attacks. I keep keeping you in the rear, as it were. But you are, you know, you've got that swift hands or reflexes or whatever the ability was called. But you are kind of the healer, so I kind of don't necessarily want you in combat all that much. But oh, good, he died. I was slightly concerned he was still alive. I could have sworn he died to the attack. Excellent. You do feel powerful against zombies. I guess the guy at the back is vegetarian, no canine teeth.
Burning brightly for all the world to see.
I'm assuming that's based on his appearance. I don't know. I'm trying to search for the joke. Based on like some kind of name thing that he's got. But I think it's literally just the design of the creature, isn't it? That you're commenting on. Which is almost unfortunate because I didn't look at him carefully enough. I had to kill him quickly. I didn't care what he looked like. He just had to die. But yeah, I think you're right. He's got many teeth, but very little sort of ripping teeth. So yeah, I think it's time for that mystery, which actually pleases everybody, which is quite useful. But unfortunately, puts me down a difficult path, which I'd prefer not to, because of course, more battles means more opportunity to be fucked over. And it's not pleasant. It's not what you want in your life. Although, just a swarm of zombies is not necessarily the most difficult thing to overcome, although having said that... Of course, the characters are now no longer doing as much damage, which is amazing. Absolutely wonderful. Are you going to get some heals out of that? Yeah. Might as well do that. No, I think focus fire on the one that's injured, get rid of it. So that we're only attacked by a few of them. Chompy chompy. My name is Chompy. And I'm gonna do chompy things to you. Ow, don't do that. I said do chompy things, not crit things. You despicable, nasty man. Dragonfly, fly away. This is what we're talking about. Pistol shot. Keep going, we need them dead. Which one are you? You're the back one. Which one are you? So actually focusing fire on this one is going to be a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't know if I've got enough. Oh, yeah, it's going to be worthwhile wiping that one out before getting attacked by... oh no, yeah, there we go. It was only one attack over 2 attacks. But unfortunately, we are still got 2 people covered in blight, which is less than optimal. I'd like to shoot you. Excellent. Well done, sir. And now we can start medicating people. Hey, you. Enjoy your medication. Iron Swan. Right up the Swanee. And here he is on the Swanee whistle. It's not a very good impression of a Swanee whistle, I'm not going to lie, but truth be told, I don't know if I can do a particularly good impression of a Swanee whistle without, you know, getting a Swanee whistle. We actually did quite well there.
This work is noble.
And just against zombies, we can actually take the opportunity to heal up a little bit. But unfortunately, we're going to keep getting items, which means I keep having to sort out the bloody inventory. No, none of those nowadays. Oh, we've already got a storage trunk installed, so we don't need that. Now, it's these ones that feel like they should be good. I feel like I should use them. And then you sort of realise that they're just taking up space. And you think, I could probably get away with not using them. Oh, keeping that. You could tell the exact moment he'd read each word, couldn't you? yeah, they're good. There's nothing really there that's... oh, fuck it, get rid of those things. And, you know what, for next time, get rid of the clotting powders as well. I'm never going to get round to using them. All I really focus on is getting a straight-up heal. Just healing... just building a resistance in battle is probably a smart thing to do. It's one of those things that, I don't know. If you have a choice of trying to kill something almost instantly, or, you know, raising your defences... in this game, it feels like kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Plus free stress. I don't think we really want that. I mean, in fairness, they're both considered positive, so the relationship won't suffer for it. And I've probably got more money than, you know, it would be a bad idea to let Snooky get stressed out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go inventory sorting again. Yes, get rid of more powders. I don't want any more of your powders. Ooh, burn salve is actually quite good, but we'll get rid of the one non-stack and keep the other stack. Or it's a bit like cauterize. Burn salve is very good if you've got the right ailment, but if you don't have the right ailment, you're just going to be sat there with your burn salve going, but I want to solve my wounds, but my wounds cannot be solved. I'm just rubbing it in non-burnt skin. Oh no, it's another particularly tough fight. I was hoping for zombies again. I was hoping for zombies again. If only it was zombies, we would have a better time of it. Try and kill that. No. Well, Blight 4, HP 3, we might still do it. Oh, take a chance. Do some damage to that back guy. Start him off. We're never going to kill that guy, but I'm hoping the Blight is going to kill the goat creature. Excellent. See, we've not had much in the way of surviving the death blows from these guys now. So I do wonder if they've, through deliberate choice or a glitch or something, I think maybe they've dialed down the amount of times the enemies can survive things, which I kind of approve of. Because them getting Death's Door was not optimal for anybody, really. Excellent, marvellous. Very pleased to see he died. I was very pleased to see your death, sir. Enjoy it while you can. Now, I suppose my ultimate goal... That pistol really doesn't seem to be doing as much as I was kind of hoping it would. Iron Swan's probably the most optimal choice to at least do some damage, but... get you burning. Excellent. Critical burns. I don't think you get more burns for the crit, but let's get an ounce of prevention.
In crisis,
as we are sort of...
rely only upon each other.
He couldn't hit anything, is the crucial detail. Now he can. Not sure if the runaway can, though. So, awkward sausages all round. Pray tell, what is an awkward sausage? It's a sausage that looks a lot like a penis. That's an awkward sausage. Especially if you're cooking for your parents or something. If your parents have come round and you've gone, we're having sausages, and you whip that out and they see it and you go, sorry, I didn't know it looked that much like a penis. It doesn't matter. What are we having on the side? Sprats. Oh. Heal your bleed at least.
This wound
It's not going to do any actual healing, but good enough. But that's what an awkward sausage is, if you're wondering. Do victory! Excellent. Oh, a crow's nest. Coach upgrade. Okay. Might not be a bad idea keeping that, which unfortunately means I need to find some other things to be able to get rid of. Which is problematic. Oh no, that's just blind. I can do blind elsewhere. I thought that was being allowing me to hide. Do we have... I don't think... I've not used enough items. So do we have any trinkets? No. Shame. But I think everybody's got a combat item. Yeah. I guess we'll just sort of... What was that one? Minus 40%. Oh, okay. That's a... I think that's a combat-based one, so I throw it at something. But fuck it, we're not going to be throwing it at something because it's gone! Sausages and sprats. I must admit, the sausages, yes. The sprats, not so much for me. They're green, after all. And we've already established my my general food policy is anti-green. For our honour! Snooky just charging off ahead. He's doing a Leroy Jenkins. Do-do-do-do-do, diddle-diddle dumplings. Now, dumplings, I haven't had dumplings in ages, but dumplings are very nice. Burn the fat man. Burn the fat man to the ground. We'll focus on the big fat man. But yeah, you're right. All of those, although they are sort of front teeth, so they're not canines, but they are sufficiently sort of angled for ripping, I think. I follow the same policy with the exception of lettuce. As in, you like lettuce. Because I must admit, lettuce is one of the big offenders for me, I find. Although, having said that, not me personally, but I've been playing Lost Judgment recently. An exceptional game, I would highly recommend. But I would highly recommend anything by Rio Go Toko or whatever their company name is. I think I always put in at least one too many goes in their company name. But they're the guys behind Yakuza, Fist of the North. I've mentioned them several times before because I absolutely adore their games. But it's quite amusing today. Well, actually, multiple times, not just today. I was playing it, and one of the health restoration items is a lettuce sandwich. And I love the concept of, oh shit, that guy's got a gun. Have no fear, if he shoots me, I'll just eat a lettuce sandwich. I have beaten so many bosses in that game by simply utilising the lettuce sandwich. Unfortunately, Snook is now had a meltdown, which is problematic for all involved, because all of the relationships are suffering. The fucking Duke, apparently, is coming back. I see, his regen is actually counteracting the fire, which I had not anticipated. Cauterizing the wound is probably the best idea here. Shoot him! I have to get rid of him now. I thought he was going to die by himself, but apparently, nope. he decided he had other plans, and those other plans were my death. And I don't appreciate my death. Excellent. You've learnt the lesson. You burnt and bled out to death. Something beautiful. Now at this point we can probably get away with the ransack because the Doctor can still attack if need be, but I think the Doctor... Well, actually, yeah, no, the Doctor can go back to his position. Doctor, get back! Get at the back! And start healing us all up again, Doc. We gotta go back! I've gotta go back, Marty! Back to the back row! Whack it in the jacket, and go forth from there. But yeah, it's highly entertaining when you get shot, especially I find, and you literally sort of just pause the game, and you're like, I've just been shot. Oh no! Just one moment. I'm eating lettuce sandwich. Please just leave me be. Oh, we've got spoons. Spoons for me and spoons for you. Spoons for you. Excellent. Right, now we've done our 3 resistance encounters. We've now got smooth sailing until we get to the boss of the area. Which, unfortunately, that's not really smooth sailing. But yeah, I don't know precisely what he does with the lettuce sandwiches. Possibly just sort of packs the wounds, but still. That's exactly the same principle. Same as Skyrim. You've cut my leg off. Let me pause and eat 20 cabbages. It is exactly the same principle, yes. Oblivion's Rampart. What sort of art could you do on a ramp? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is sort of multi-account encounter. This one, isn't it? Which I don't know. Do I get a? I can't remember now. I need a trophy before I get to the mountain, which I'd forgotten until this very moment, which is unfortunate and inconvenient. But nonetheless, I need a trophy, and I can't remember if you face off against a trophy giver here, or whether you actually have to do one of the lairs. I feel like you have to do a lair, unless this is classified as a lair, in which case, well, it's not going to make much difference. I could try and just go to the end of this fight, which, I mean, is never going to end well, because these fights are so hard. They really are. I don't know whether it's just the game is hard, or whether it's my inability to work out how to get around the game's hardness. Because sometimes if it's just too hard, it's very difficult to navigate. But, yeah, I think Dragonfly is going to be my best bet. Why do you have defense and fucking riposte? You're oh shit, yeah, cool, I forgot that. I forgot it does do both, so... Well, we got rid of that, and now we're melting down, excellent. Great. Oh, okay, so... The relationship is tested. Can't sleep, must paint is envious. Or the other way round, one of the two. The relationship is generally envious, I'm afraid. Can't sleep, must paint is envious of Blue Bush, which is gonna make life difficult for all of me. Oh, okay, you two are at it as well. Snooky's now slightly jealous of the fact that... Let me get this straight. There's an envy between CSMP and Blue Bush, and then Snooky got involved by being envious of the envy that's shared between those two. I don't think that's quite precisely what happened, but it is kind of what it felt like was happening there. You can probably move forward, but unfortunately you're going to get riposted. I had sort of noticed it, but then ignored it. There you go. It's my luscious thumbs. You consider your thumbs luscious, is it? Fair enough. Whack-a-goat. Let's play Whack-a-goat. Ah, damn it. Really could have done with you burning, son. But unfortunately you didn't, so that sucks. Around for ransack. I will take you and put you in my sack. So yeah, there's the Ichor bomb. Silver spoons. Silver spoons. Relics. I mean, we'll try proceeding to the next battle. As I say, I'm not sure whether this is considered a lair and therefore worthwhile going all the way to the end. But I need to at least assess what the prize is for that one to find out if it is going to be worthwhile. I feel like probably try and focus fire on the Duke once again. It is... Bam. It is probably the optimal decision. Burn the Duke. Burn him down. Cause him pain. Oh, at least you had a home. Yeah. See, Blue Boosh. That's what you get when you've got a home. You can't sleep outside your house at night going, at least you've got a home. I can't even sleep. I'm going to be here all night shouting about you having a home. The thumbs again. At least you've got a home for your thumbs. Oh, that was painful. And probably nasty. And Blue Boosh has had a breakdown. Hope has forsaken me. And tumultuous with Snooky. This is bad. It's just bad. The whole situation is inconvenient. That burnt stack, yes it did. Excellent. Feeding time again. Okay, that's annoying. Bollocks. Big hairy bollocks that we don't want in our face. If you shave them down, then we could consider it, but I'm not sure I want to. Shoot the big man. We've come too far to not try and tackle the big man. The big man must die. God damn it. Relax, I'm only kidding around. Stop kidding around, Blue Boosh. Don't be a kidder. We need you to be a healer instead. Goddamn headbutt. See, I think even if I did decide I wanted to go for the next fight, I'm in no position to do so. Which means I'd be taking a huge risk. Try healing with my thumbs. Well, I suppose arguably just push it hard enough and you might, you know, push it back together, I suppose. You need thumbs to be able to push the two parts of the wound together so that you can stitch it back up. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste an attack on making sure he dies this time. We've been through this game before. Where, oh no, you're at death's door. I don't think I can do anything about that at the moment. What was you? Laudanum. Oh, I tell you what, let's try and solve my problem of being insane. I might be able to retain some form of relationship with everybody else. Wrong target there, really. Wrong target. But free health. Okay, not necessarily the wrong target. Although, I tell you what, let's use a healing salve. Get Blue Boosh back on his feet. I'm really bad with house numbers. I'm probably at Heaven's Gate. I suppose just make sure that thing dies on its next turn. Excellent news. That's what we wanted to see. And now I suppose a little bit more laudanum for me. Going to become a little bit addicted to laudanum. Dear God, don't give them ideas. That would be fucking terrible if they put an addiction system in the bloody thing. You're going next. I'll tell you what, we'll do the Duelist Advance in... Well, not necessarily in the hopes that you attack me, but just in case you do, I could possibly defeat you. Blue Boosh. Well, for the sake of the next battle, let's do a triage kit on me, and then probably you're going to go first. I think it's wiser to deal with you. Oh, Wicked Slice! Death Blow. Excellent. That's what we want to know. Do. Okay, so Distant Trinket, Unforgettable Trinket. So no, unfortunately. I mean, Raven's Reach is quite nice, but it's going to be a very difficult fight, I think. I'd need a Dark Impulse first, which is difficult to necessarily get my hands on. But yeah, the Raven's Reach might be quite good. Do I take the chance? Go on, I suppose. If I lose, I just move on to the next game, I suppose. Let's go for the cheese! Throw the cheese! The Deacon! The Deacon of Death and his angelic cheruby arseholes. This is going to be a tough battle, I think, isn't it? All said and told, it's going to be a difficult one. Shoot the cherub! It was sort of expected. Ow! Kind of want to wipe out the cherubs first. I don't know whether this is a good idea or a bad idea. Oh, Snooky, it's pointless, unfortunately. The relationship is tested. Snooky is suspicious of Can't Sleep. He found something in the shower and can now no longer hide his suspicions of Can't Sleep. Why would a man hide that in the shower? I don't know. Makes me suspicious. Do some healing. God damn it! Snooky. I need you to actually accept the heals. This is problematic. Problematic indeed. It's round 2 and the cherub gets to go first. At least that's the back cherub. Oh, the front cherub's going to go in a moment as well. Bull's guts, I call Bull's guts! I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure it's admirable in a bully, gutty sort of way. Ah, brisk bedevilment. You can't bedevil me. Oh no, you've gone to the back. Oh, that's actually not a huge problem because Iron Swan. So fuck you. Fuck you. You thought you were really good with your whole... Oh, excellent work. Unfortunately, that doesn't clear the dodge, which kind of doesn't necessarily help me. It's not like so bad, but it's not... Can't sleep. Get away from... Oh no, meltdown again, of course. Oh, there we go. Okay, the relationship is tested. I think... I don't know which way round. I think it's just mutual. I think it's mutual hatred. I hate Can't Sleep and Can't Sleep hates me. Not optimal at this point. God damn. Well, there's the dodge. There's the break of the dodge as well. That's why I'm not that fussed. I tend to just sort of try and plough through them. Did I? Oh no, you went to the end, which is not quite what I wanted, but still. Oh god. I don't really want you ransacking, so I guess Dragonfly will have to suffice. Unfortunately, annoyingly, what would be really good is because he takes up 2 slots, and that does 2 slots. What would be really useful on that occasion would be if you, if they allowed it to burn twice. Oh, Can't Sleep thinks everything's easy for you, Blue Boosh. Everything's just a simple task for you, isn't it? Oh goddamn, we're all vulnerable. This is inconvenient. Face your confession. I'd rather not. I'd rather not confess, thank you. Never confess. Oh, god damn dodge. Oh, is it going to be worthwhile trying to tackle the big man first? Yeah, it might be, because I've only got things that are going to attack the big man at the moment, so it's going to be focused fire on the big man. Unfortunately... Oh, 32? 32? No, I'm not fucking surprised I've had a fucking meltdown. 32 fucking health points. I haven't even... Oh, I've got 43, but still. Tumultuous. There we go, me and Snooky. We're going down the pan as well. By the end of this journey, we're all going to hate each other. Suspicious. You can't go on together with suspicious mints. I find this mint suspicious. I think it's dick mints. No, it's just those sausages from earlier. That's a double reference to old things. The sausages from earlier on in the stream, and then dick mints from many years ago. I think Chester will recognise dick mints, which is a phrase he possibly wouldn't want known. Because out of context, Chester will recognise the dick mints. Out of context, it's quite shocking. I think we're going to want to use the triage kit. So I get the triage kit again. Not necessarily an intentional thing, but I've had both triage kits to try and stay alive. Oh, god damn it. Why is that angel going twice? Oh, bullshit! Okay, we have to take out the angel first. Son of a whore. Why must he have fancy things? It's quite bloody annoying. But that was an age-old thing. Oh, that is unreasonable. Why are you... Oh, I can't win. It's impossible. How did it all go so wrong? I fully concur with that sentiment. How did it go so wrong here? This is bullshit. Deal with those bandages, I suppose. Do not surrender to the darkness. Ah, me and Snooky coming back from the brink of despair. Despair of hands is all I've got to give. Ugh, laudanum for Blue Bush. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Barbaric Yop's not going to do me any good, but that's not going to do me any good either, the wicked hack. Nothing that you've got is going to do me any good either. I suppose take the opportunity to use an ounce of prevention to try and prevent any future debuffs. But good God, this is... When it... See, this is part of the issue with this game. When it decides it's going to do you, it really fucking does you. It's like, no. No, you are not having the win. How dare you think you could win this game? You're an absolute arsehole for even remotely considering it. The weight of worlds. Well, the weight of 4 people are on my shoulders at the moment. Oh, Blue Bush. I think that's about 2, 3 meltdowns now. Could you maybe stop? I don't know. Cheer up, maybe? Not what you're supposed to say, I know. But nonetheless, I do need you to, you know, buck your ideas up and stop melting down. Problematic, to say the least. Plus, you haven't got any healing stuff left, so that's going to be an issue. Duelist's Advance. At least I can always rely on me. Maybe try and set him on fire again. Especially, we'll be able to set fire to the corpse, so that will potentially disappear. Death's Door again, and a bleed. This could be it for Snooky. It's not. Snooky's alive. Snooky's alive. Send out the flying monkey squad, or I think I'm mixing 2 things at once. Cauterize that wound. Get in there and burn him up good. Burn her real good. Shooty bang bangs, I think it's probably still the oh dear, we are not doing good damage. I suppose it's because we're all melting down and generally having a shitty time of it. Envious. Maybe it's time you didn't have it so easy. Oh, you want Can't Sleep to have it harder? Yes, did you just giggle at did you just snigger even? It wasn't even a giggle, it was a full hardcore snigger, wasn't it? Yes, it was a full hardcore snigger at the phrase Blue Bush wants CSMP to be harder. Or have it harder. That's the key part. Because be harder is just explicit. To have it harder is a little bit more sort of jovial, euphemistic stuff. Let's try and whack him with my burning stick. Whack him with my big hard stick. Good, you're burning again. Oh, god damn. Could you not do Weight of the Worlds, please? Because that's a really nasty attack that I could do without. Dazed, excellent. Dazed and confused. Ounce of prevention, I don't think is going to do much for me. There was a duck! There was a duck up in the corner. How many ducks can you count? Have you put your ducks in a row? Are you just using old phrases to do with ducks? Yes. Yes, I am now. Burn in the fires of hell, you foul angelic freak. Ah, god damn it. Oh. See, this is the huge issue. One meltdown leads to another meltdown, which leads to another meltdown, which leads to all the relationships fraying at the edges, which leads to inevitable loss. But there you go. God damn it, he's Death's Door. So I do feel like I think what they might have done is made the little enemies have a bit more, or have less of a chance to go on Death's Door, and kept the big enemies available to be at Death's Door. That's what it feels like they might have done. Right, at this point we can start stocking up, we can start sort of putting items in our inventory again, which will take them out of our the stagecoach, because they're not classified as being on us in that regard. Right, so who would benefit from a large health supply? I mean, most of them, in fairness. Oh no, that's ranged skills. Sorry, that's me. Do I sacrifice? I think we'll sacrifice that. Oh, there we go. Override that. And now, yeah, that's the lesser one. I must admit, health is more important than a resistance to that. There's no real point in having that until I get a Dark Impulse. So not a lot of point in caring. Combat items. Do we really have no combat items? That's kind of impressive. Get rid of that slime mold, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, get rid of that. Whatever that is. And now we can move again. I mean, I do feel like if you just, you know, just one of you get out and push, we could have probably kept all of those items, but, you know, whatever. I know, you can't make up unique solutions in this. You are hemmed in by the gameplay, which is not unreasonable, but it is sometimes a little bit sort of like, oh, inventory full, of course. But we made it to the first. We made it to the first inn. I wasn't sure if I needed to push forward again, just that touch more. So we're ever so slightly closer to the mountain. Not that it helps us, because we are inevitably going to die. So I gained a quirk. I did gain a quirk, but Blue Boosh gained a quirk from the Loot and Dagger. I gained a quirk from the Loot and Dagger. Snooky gained a quirk from the Loot and Dagger. Snooky gained Pacifist. Not great news, because you are my primary attacker, so that's really bad. Blue Boosh is nervous now. Snooky is a weak hold on life. J-Dragon is nervous. Me, I'm nervous. CSMP is nervous as well. Tumultuous, hateful, suspicious, tumultuous, envious. The companions struggled mightily with their minds as they succumbed to meltdown after meltdown. Yeah, not half game, not half. Disarming Dagger rewarded, excellent. So I must admit, I can possibly try and apply that Disarming Dagger, although I can't remember what the fuck the Disarming Dagger was now. Oh, in fact, I don't know if the Disarming Dagger... Maybe I wasn't allowed the Disarming Dagger. Oh, shit. Well, okay. Note to self: always make sure you've got an inventory slot available. So let's give you an update on our quirk situation. Snooky, Devout, Sprained Wrist, Pacifist, and Braggart. Every victory, real or imagined, recounted for all, time and time again. And then Blue Boosh, you've got a natural swing. You're lazy, nervous, and you've got a weak grip. So you can swing naturally, but unfortunately every now and again you let go of the dagger. CSMP is a peacemaker, a pacifist. Those two actually oddly go together, don't they? And is equally nervous like the rest of them. Me! I have lightning reflexes. Awesome. And I am unerring, but I am distinctly nervous. So yeah, Snooky seems to be coming off the worst here. Oh, here we go. Right. So can I take that? Yeah, marvellous. There we go. Excellent. So, who would benefit from that? I suppose whoever does the most attacking, which is probably you. So maybe replace that with that, and then replace that with that one, and then possibly end up getting rid of just maximum health. Yeah, that'll do slightly more. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So now we can probably use some in items as well. So 20% health, 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 20% health. Everybody's enjoying the cheese. The apples and cheese. In fact, I think we can probably afford, with the thought track of replenishing our apples and cheese in the not too distant future, hopefully, we've been able to do that. Let's do, I think, me and Blue Boosh can have a game of darts. And then we do have a second darts board, so CSMP and Snooky can have a game of darts as well. 40% resistance, -1 stress. Well, I definitely need some stress reduction, so I'm gonna have a... Oh no, sprained wrist. So, oh, lazy, so he can't do it. And peacemaker, excellent. So never mind. I might not do the boxing gloves after all then. Which actually means the boxing gloves are pointless because everybody refuses. I think that's probably... Well, I'm the one who needs the stress reduction, so I'm going to have to do with that. Onibushu with his archer. I don't know if that was supposed to make sense, but it currently doesn't. Whiskey bottle. Who wants to share a whiskey bottle with me? Blue Boosh was happy to share a whiskey bottle with me. Speed bag. Have a speed bag. Nope, you... Oh, I see. Oh, it's a boxing... Oh, right. Makes a degree of sense. You speed there. And no, pacifist, so you won't do boxing. And... Oh, good. Blue Boosh, apparently, is too lazy to actually fight, but not lazy enough to do the speed bag. That's something, I suppose. Are you happy to enjoy a bit of lavender? Excellent. I think it was lavender, I don't know. Truth be told. Bleed resistance. Go on, you can resist the bleed, and I'll resist the shifting around. Well, having said that, it might backfire, but oh well, never mind. And then let's go over to, I suppose, the provisioner, maybe. See what's available. Might be worthwhile grabbing that healing salve. Grabbing all of the healing salves. In items, no, I think we're okay for now. Oh, I see. Interesting. Don't think we've got any of those negatives, so we'll grab that, see what happens. But welcome, Mr. Onibushu. Welcome. How are you? Are you good? Don't really want the travel log, I want out here. Play cards, everyone. I'll shuffle. A simple mathematical challenge. I don't know if it actually did anything. Just sort of... Yeah, it didn't change anything obvious there. So, I'm hoping it did something. But I'm not entirely sure. Right, we did that one. So what are the other key manoeuvres we tend to use a lot of? Meh. I suppose the pistol shot could be worthwhile. Well, how was that? I can't see... Oh, there we go. Couldn't see it for looking. Couldn't see it for looking, but there you go. Not entirely sure what all those icons mean, but the improved damage and crit rating is going to be worth something. So I think we'll go with that. The riposte's not too bad. And you get dodge. So we'll upgrade Duelist's Advance as well. And now probably something on Snooky. Probably the general Wicked Hack. That's usually the one. Tired mostly, that's fair. Unfortunate, but fair. Which, I mean, in fairness, if you go ahead and attend the butt fair, when it turns out that it's an unfortunate event, you should have known. You went to the butt fair. You should have expected.
Rain, fire, and rot.
Okay, Blood Moon I don't immediately recognise. Oh, no, that's the sprawl, so sorry, that's the effect. So yeah, no, this is all the same sort of thing. Fight no more than one resistance encounter. Doable, I suppose. Minus 20% curse. The sprawl is usually quite difficult. Yeah, hope might be quite beneficial. We are kind of out of hope at this stage, but we shall have to. Unfortunately, the only option we've got with regards to our limited volume of hope is hoping for the best, which means there's an element of hope involved in trying to counteract the lack of hope. I know it's twisted, but there you go. Everybody wants to go see the merchant, I guess. Oh, we've got 2 different merchants we've got available. It's risky going to that one, because if I then get one of the mystery ones become a encounter, but it looks like no matter what I do, I'm going to end up in some kind of encounter, so I suppose we might as well continue down like a easy path, and we'll just have to hope for the best. Which, again, is really the only thing you can do in this game, isn't it? Oops, I missed the opportunity to grab a thing. There we go. Just die already, would you? Oh, I suppose, this is... Everybody hates each other, which is going to make this journey a lot more difficult. I think if you're sat in a stagecoach with 3 people you absolutely fucking despise, it's never going to end well for you, is it? So what do you have? Cigarettes? No, it's chalk dust. It always makes me think of cigarettes whenever I say that. Spore grenade, interesting. Fire grenades. Nah. In items, I can't say I'm that fussed by having at the moment. There's a few sort of vague trinkets we've got here, but outside of that, meh. Trinkets aren't doing anything wow for me, which I know is terribly inconvenient because I seem to have a lot of capacity to buy trinkets, but none of them are particularly sort of wowing me. Okay, so I think we should go to the combat, and I agree with myself, so we're going to the combat. Sorry, Blue Boosh, you're going to be slightly irritable with me, but never mind. You've got the stress meter available, so we're fine. Douche. The crucial thing is I'm going down some of the easier paths, which I think is going to be a requirement. But I do also need to try and track down a lair, which I don't... Oh, no, I do remember. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do the lair here or not. It looks like everybody wants to have a fight, so I guess we're having a fight. But yeah, this faction's boss is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I would very much prefer not to encounter it. Ah, good afternoon, or evening, I suppose, technically. Good evening, Tina Sora. Welcome. We are doing the nightmare that is the Darkest Dungeon. And we are doing worse than it looks at the moment, because it's very much... There we go, hateful relationship there. It looks like it's not going terribly, because my health bars are not intolerable, but unfortunately everybody hates everybody else. There's suspicion, there's tumultuousness. I don't know if tumultuousness is a word or not, but nonetheless. I have Darkest Dungeon on my Switch, so it's a fun game. I've had no one die yet. Wow! That is genuinely impressive, because that sounds almost impossible. But well played. Literally well played, in fairness. Literally well played. Because my word, I have people die all the time on that game. It's... I find them exceedingly hard. And I get the impression they are exceedingly hard. So to manage it without casualties is incredible. Shoot the man. No, I think it's going to have to be the Wicked Slayer. I kind of want to focus my efforts on the one target. Smash down. Thanks to that, I have someone who is a healer, 1 gunner and 2 close range. It's a good crew. It's a good crew, but it's still amazing. Because even with healers, the game tends to eventually overwhelm you. Which is kind of what's happening here, because we've had so many negative relationships that the game is now starting to get to that stage where it is overwhelming me. Are you even trying? I don't think you're good enough, can't sleep. You need to be better. It's going to be terribly unfortunate if he comes in at that moment. And the odds are fairly high that it's going to happen at some point. He's going to pop in, and I'm going to be going like, no, you can't sleep, I hate you. And he's going to, oh, I'll leave then, shall I? Because there's going to be no context for it. I suppose if it bleeds, it's probably my best bet, because it'll at least get rid of that shield. The stress level of my guys, I had to send them to the damn brothel. I read it as brother, and I was for a moment it was like, just send them to their brother. And I did at least not think it was just a sibling. You know, I'm just sending you off to see your literal brother. I did at least think it was going to be sort of a religious-based one, but yeah. Ah, good. Double blind. Excellent. Which is a poker tournament, I think. Rayaka! I don't know what you said. Which happens sometimes with Snooky. Oh, go on. Bleed to death, you little shit. One went to the church as it was the gunner of all things. Ah. Smash. Beat you with my beat-down stick. God damn it. Who's... Oh, okay, you're going first. You should die from bleed, correct? Yes. So probably worthwhile starting to plough through your health bar. God damn it. Okay, so my theory about Death's Door maybe was wrong. I don't know. But whatever happens, they are actually managing to Death's Door more often at this point, which is not what you want. They get it, and I don't. I don't know. What do you get? I don't know what you get. I don't understand. Shoot the man! Death blow. Excellent. Well done, me. And now... blinding gas again, I suppose? And hope someone can kill him in the not-too-distant future. Unfortunately, I suppose I've got the irony, this one. No, this one. If it bleeds, it's a fun game. It's figuring out everything, as the Switch version is a little different in terms of controls. Oh, is it? Oh, interesting. I suppose the PC version, of course, is fairly simplistic. You just sort of click and go, essentially, with Darkest Dungeon. Everything is at the tiniest of button clicks, and off we go. This one's, granted, this one is quite different to the first game in terms of this presentation. Combat's fairly similar, but in terms of sort of like the overall presentation, it's quite different even. Oh, it utilises the touchscreen. That's unexpected. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm sort of loosely aware that the Switch has a touchscreen, but don't often come across games that use it. Or at least I certainly don't. I mean, it might just be that I've not been playing the right games, but I've got quite a lot of stuff, so I wonder if it's going to be worthwhile taking a... Yeah, I'm wondering if Pacifist... Get rid of Pacifist, because that's just going to stress. Braggart's probably bearable. Nervous has a benefit and a negative, I would say, so maybe Nervous is worth keeping. Oh, you being a pacifist is awkward as well. Let's get rid of that as well.
Even the worst habits can be overcome.
Your weak grip could be problematic. But then I don't have room for any full-on heals. So I think we'll focus on healing myself on this occasion. Yes, I think that'll do. Pharmacy, do you have anything particularly interesting? Triage kits is really all I'd be after. Can't deny. Grab a couple of laudanums. Managed to get all the DLC for the game. I mean, some of that makes it a lot harder. The mostly, I think, I don't know if I've played every single bit of the DLC, but certainly the one with the mosquitoes and the red illness and stuff. I think where you're sort of in. I think it's a whole tile set if memory serves, but basically it's some kind of blood infection, and that just really the Crimson Court. That's the one. So stress for you, but you could probably take the stress or just leave, I suppose. But I don't really feel like I can afford the torch. So yeah, I think we're going to stress Can't Sleep for the sake of hope, which I suppose. Oddly apropos for some of his streams. We stress him out for the sake of our hope of entertainment. Oh no, that's the Oasis, not the Lair.
Must keep moving.
Yeah, alright, mate, alright. I'm making decisions, son. I'm looking at the map, mate. I'm looking at the map. I think we'll continue down the easy paths. Try and not get random encounters on our path line. So I think if we can maintain enough health, we might try the Lair. The Lair is incredibly difficult, or rather, I mean, everything's incredibly difficult, but the final boss of the Lair for this tile set is, if it ends up being the one I think it is incredibly difficult. Bollocks. I have only got the option of ditching Torch for money or Torch for supplies. Well, I'm actually quite low on money, so there's a disagreement. Well, I am low on money, so we'll have the money. It appears to be my only options. But I would have preferred not to have burnt through the torch. That is not convenient. Okay, so me and Blue Boosh agree on the mystery path, and I'm inclined to agree with me and Blue Boosh. Pick a number 1 to 4. 3. is the magic number. Oh, I think this is the bell of storytelling, so we can possibly finish off the runaway. I got to run away. Of course, you are now obliged to tell us why we've chosen a number, or why I've chosen a number, I suppose, technically. Shrine of Reflection. Yeah, we're gonna continue the story of. I think. Are we? Oh no, I have to hold it. That's fine. Which character to play in Slay the Spire? Took me a moment or two, but not as long as sometimes. Which character is character number 3? I suppose logically, is it the little Robo-Chum? Because assuming it's in the order they've released them, you first started out with the Knightly Man, Stabitha, Robo-Chum, and then Flary Woman. Because she had the fancy switch tactics. Is there a 5th one? No, I'm assuming no, there's not, because you asked for a number between 1 and 4. I'm surprised. It feels like a long time since they released a character in Slay the Spire, which I suppose arguably they need to make sure they balance the character. But it would be nice to see a new character.
A heavy beam falling from the ceiling, blocking the door. Panicked, she dove headlong through a window as the cabin bloomed into a pyre. Heaped upon the wet grass, she heard the screams of her adoptive parents. Trapped.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not play with fire. They put a thing out saying that one of the game's big mods is getting its own Steam page at the end of the month, so I decided to start playing it again. Ooh! Current team members I have as these ones are dealing with stress as needed. Yes. It's always worthwhile having sort of at least a double-sided team, because you do tend to have to sort of switch them around. Firestarter. Oh, I see. So apply on hit 2. Interesting. Oh, I suppose so. That doesn't sound that useful, truth be told, but I might be not sort of assessing it all that much. A variable damage. Interesting. Requires monster in front to be... But oh, I see. Okay, interesting, interesting. Weird, but interesting. 50%. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Okay, the damage is variable because it deals 50% of remaining fire on the monster in front as damage to the target. Nice enough, but sounds awkward. Awkward to set it up in such a fashion that you're going to get much from it. I feel like you're better off just... Now, maybe, I can't deny, maybe it's just my simple brain, but I feel like just using the smashing moves strikes me as a better stratagem. If I hit you, it's going to be better than trying to build the flame, and then finally hitting you. But maybe I'm wrong. Free boys! Free boys! Come on down today and today only. It's free boys. Free boys, free boys. Everybody loves free boys. Yes, I employ them in the kitchen. They're very useful. Dismas and Bernard are at the church. Danger, Reginald, and Guideville in the town wondering. Wondering what, I wonder? They're all wondering. You know how they get good or bad traits? I'm fairly confident in terms of them getting traits, it's just random luck. You encounter something that can give you a good trait, can give you a bad trait. Like here, I could get 30 flame, which I think is going to be worthwhile. Although having said that, that's 30 frame. 30 flame without risking a quirk for Blue Bouge. But then I don't necessarily need items, and it could be a good quirk. Blue Bouge is getting a quirk. Yeah, but we don't know specifically what the quirk is yet. We'll have to find out. By going on missions or by random interactions with the environment. Yes. I suppose, yeah, the missions one I wouldn't necessarily have thought of. But random interactions, I do remember that. And in terms of getting rid of them, I think you have to lock them in the asylum for a while. This one, you just sort of get them poked at by the medic, but I think it's the asylum in the other one. So, Blue Boosh, what is your brand new... Ah! You had one fart, now you've got a second wind. So when your HP is less than 50%, plus 20% of your damage. My God! I really need to start using the Plague Doctor to get in and fight a bit more. Because this Plague Doctor is fucking mean. A mean-spirited Plague Doctor. He wants to fuck you up. Oh, a creature den. Oh, interesting. That, I think, is the new thing. Because A, I don't recognise a creature den, and B,
littered with bones.
I think the update was called sort of Beasts and something or other, so it makes sense. Shoot grandfather in the gut. The gut shot. Posh. They've mentioned in the post promoting the mod that we've been secretly hiring people and have begun developing secret projects. Do not ask us what these projects are. They are secret, so we cannot tell you. Excellent. Absolutely wonderful. You have to put them in the asylum. You can also do that if you want to lock in a quirk. Yes. Yes, if you want to guarantee they keep one of their good quirks. No, the yop. I just don't like the yop. Because it puts the sort of winded condition on you, which I don't like. So I suppose let's just slam through number one. He's got a shield, but we just have to fucking do him in anyway. Hopefully by the time we get some of the higher gauge attacks, although not so much. Dismas and his quirks are weird ones. I'd be curious to know. Weird in what way? What quirks does he have? And the Plague Doctor has a very weird quirk. It's called Love Interest. Interesting. You can get Love Interest in the second one, in this party setup. I obviously can't, because everybody hates one another. But if you can actually build towards a positive relationship, I believe... I mean, it seemed oddly inappropriate, because it's an old man and a small girl, but each to their own. It's a different universe. It's a different universe, eh? It's a different universe. But, yeah, there was one situation where the man-at-arms was in love with the runaway. And so they would help each other out and deal extra damage and heal one another. I love you. I give you full health. And it's like, whoa, incredible. But it very swiftly fell apart. The other two party members were having so many meltdowns that those two decided, no, we're not quite. I've just suddenly realised it's inappropriate. You're a small girl, I'm an old man. Let's do... Yeah, go on, we'll get you back into position. It did no damage, but it burnt the man down. Yeah, again, just going to have to try and plough through this guy, because, it's just the way it is. Wicked Slice. Yeah, I should have probably used the gun. The gun is more potent for him. Carry on hacking. Crusader has a good trait, but his negative is the opposite of what it is. In fact, over my experience with Darkest Dungeon, that is one of the more promising things you can hope for. If it's just set to neutral, that's good enough. It's the Darkest Dungeon. Neutral is sufficient. I am fine with neutral. Because it could be so much worse is the motto of Darkest Dungeon, I've found. Darkest Dungeon. Well, it could be so much worse than it is right now. Let's just shoot the man at the back. Although I'm probably not going to be able to finish him off. But then again, actually, the poker. Couldn't poke him hard enough. Although, 3... Damn it all. Maybe it's time you didn't have it so easy. Where's the bloody health bar? Oh, you insulting bastards. But in fairness, he has moved forward, so we can do a little bit more. A little more chunk of change. I thought we're going to have to just waste an attack there. Poker? I hardly know her. Yeah, you were quick. You were quick, but I was on to you. I knew where you were going. I knew where you were going before you went there. Warrior of Light, if the torch is 76 or higher. God-fearing is if the torch is 26 or below, yeah. Plus 10% damage for high torchlight, minus 2 speed, yes. That is one of the more troublesome ones. Do we want the duelists advance? Yeah, won't make too much difference, I don't think, at this point. Maybe I should have shot him. But it's do or leave. Kreenagar! Nobody knows what you're talking about. Oh, you've Kreenagar'd me into a meltdown. I've got a weak hold on life now. And so's this guy. He's at death's door. Come on. We can finish him off. Excellent. Grab him by the poker and finish him off. Only I can use the church for stress relief, yeah. I mean, in fairness, that is thematic to a Crusader. Which, I mean, some of them, I think, were set. One speed. One speed's not bad, but I don't know if I really can use it over some of the other items I've got. I must admit, I don't know if I can really use that one. But let's find out what happens when we hit a beast den. Probably nasty things, let's be honest. It's the darkest dungeon. It's not going to be fun times and picnics. A beast den is likely to be filled with beasts that you're going to get shat on by. Literally and figuratively. Fight the beasties, run away from the beasties, but lose torch. I do feel like losing torch is not a good thing at the moment. So, go on. Evil's not even fit to be tanned as furs. But my leper, I meant. Leper affliction is bad. Is the leper the one I'm... Oh, yeah, the leper is the one I'm thinking of. Well, it wasn't, I suppose. Spiders. Oh, they are proper creepy, aren't they? Oh, you know a good spider when you lift your feet off the ground, just in case. when you see it, when you see the enemy, and you go, yeah, no, that's the feet off the ground now, isn't it? Yeah, those feet can't be touching the floor anymore. You know they've done a good job with the spider design. They're good. They're very good. A Weber? What are you doing here? Don't starve, mate. But I don't like the fact that they've got dodge everywhere. That's not... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. My starting Vestal has Fearful. Oh, not good. He's classified as abusive. Ah, you don't want that. You don't want that in your boys. Okay, tracking shot is going to perhaps be very potent here. It doesn't do any damage though, but I suppose we have to make do. Let's try and target that guy, get rid of his dodge, and then just really attempt to kill it. Kill it with... Well, actually, I mean, killing it with fire seems like a very good opportunity to do so now. Oh, I never quite remember the fact that there's a double flame on that manoeuvre. Although I'm still not 100% sure that is the one that's got the double flame. I'm going to have to look into that. Let's get rid of your blight and heal you up a little bit. Allows you to figure out where one can go. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where I don't know if I'd agree with the word fun. Despair-inducing. No, I do like the Darkest Dungeon. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought the second one. It's just it's one of those games where I've kind of gone. I'm not gonna win the entire game. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I will live with this and accept this. I'll take aim. Oh, God damn it! No, I really need the tracking shot. But take aim would get rid of my blindness, which. No, I think we'll take a chance on the tracking shot. Good lad. I don't know if the tracking shot can miss, actually, interestingly enough, but I don't know. They fund you to roguelike. Yes. As I say, no, I was only jokingly saying it's not fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be playing it, truth be told. But that's not 100% true. Sometimes I do play games that are not being fun for the sake of getting through them and not allowing them to beat me. It's not great. But no, Darkest Dungeon is definitely one of those games which I will play constantly, and that's very much like if it wasn't an entertaining game that I enjoyed, I would not be playing it as regularly as I do. Let's try and deal with the bloody stuff again. I think it's time for you to start shooting. Yeah, theoretically that spider will die on its turn, so let's try and start shooting that fella down. Bollocks. Have to get to class. See you in a bit then. I probably won't be here literally today, but yeah, I'll be online regularly. So yeah, thank you for dropping by. Do enjoy class. Or at the very least, pay attention in class. Get somewhere. I know it's very difficult to do so, I fear. So I just want to reread this one. So yeah, okay, interesting. Oh. Yes, random adjacent monster gets a flame when target has a skull. Ha! Interesting. But I think for now, it's just burning those... Or not burning those two. Not burning those two at all. Yes, learning can cause that face, I fear. And try to avoid mistakes I made, which was not demanding the lecturer do the lecturer's job, which is basically teaching you everything you need to know to pass the course. As difficult as it can be sometimes to ask questions of these people, it is definitely worthwhile embracing it. And oh, fuck me, not that, not the second part of that. It's at least worth fucking me. No, it's worthwhile trying to push past any concerns you have with regards to asking questions and making sure you do so, because that's the one regret I had.
The slow suffering begins.
And the other thing, certainly what I discovered in my university course, the second university course, granted, but it's sort of just do what you want to do and go above and beyond what they're asking. That seemed to work particularly well as well, because that's basically what I did with the second course. They said, right, here's the task we'd like you to do, and I manipulated and twisted it into something completely different. Fucking, oh, he's blind, isn't he? I need to deal with that blindness, don't I? I don't really want to. I find it a fucking pain in the arsehole, but your smoke screen could come in very handy right now, so smoke 'em. Smoke 'em, girl. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Just don't have them, because I do not condone smoking. That's another thing. A little odd quirk that occurs. There is, in Lost Judgment, the main character is a smoker. And there is benefit. You can fill your EX gauge, which is basically the thing you use to sort of do a load of abilities. But you can fill your EX gauge if you take a break and go to one of the smoking areas and smoke. And I have not or once in the entire game taken them off on that offer, because I don't like smoking. So I make sure that the main character is no longer a smoker when in my hands, despite the fact that it has a benefit in game. But yeah, an odd quirk perhaps, but one I'm not overly fussed by. I think to a certain extent it should be discouraged. But you know, it's one of those things that's difficult to get past, I suppose, for people. But God, no. Dismas, please don't die. Well, it's me this time, actually. I'll burn at your eyes! Please don't. It would make life awkward. I need my eyes. I also need to live, but... oh, he is living. Excellent. It's a bit slow on the optic there. Oh, dear. The ichor bomb's not going to help me. Firefly might help me. Yeah, go on. Burn it. Burn the spaders. Get rid of them. Oh, the animations are so good. So good. It's the way he sort of picked himself up again. It's brilliant. I don't necessarily... it's one of those weird ones. I don't particularly like spiders. I wouldn't want to, you know, be near a spider in person. But, like, animated spiders and just their sort of general appearance and aesthetics, it is quite fascinating, man. The levels of disgust it can... oh, shit me! And if you do shit me, you're going to have a fucking hard time. I am fucking enormous. So if you do end up shitting me, you're going to be, you know, you're going to find yourself in trouble, son. You're going to find yourself in trouble. think I'm going to go for the attempt at killing it, because otherwise we're going to lose more people, but yeah. Oh! Oh, we're done! I didn't know there was a second part. We're done, sir. There is no coming back from this. Let's try the Eichel bomb. Oh, I thought that was everybody. Oh, well, never mind, I suppose. It does do 5 for 5 turns, which I suppose might be enough to kill it.
An opportunity.
This is bad news, bears. How many bears do you own? I can't even get rid of the bloody dodge efficiently now, either. We overstepped our boundaries, and the boundaries have come and said, you're dead. Yes, you are. You're dead. There's no way around it. We've lost too much. I thought, because there wasn't like a skull in the top here, I thought it was going to be just one battle. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Death's Door, well, there's not a lot I can do about the Death's Door, dear. Also, I can't do much about your bloody blindness either. Oh!
Can survive such a wholesale
Blue Boosh! You've died! You've died in my arms tonight! It must have been something I said. You just died in my arms tonight.
Squandered.
I didn't know your name was Fred. Is that the thing I said? I said your name was Fred and you got confused and just died. But either way, you died to the poison. And unfortunately there's blight everywhere. And I don't know if Snooky's going to last much longer. I do feel like CSMP is going to be the last man standing in the not too distant future. Wicked hack! Oh, meltdown. Excellent. Just what we needed. Just what we needed here. Meltdown for Can't Sleep as well. He's gained Pacifist again. For fuck's sake, I got rid of Pacifist, you little dick. I removed your pacifistic ways. Black one's not necessarily going to help me that much, but I suppose I might as well do it while I can. This spider is having a bad day. I'm equally having a bad day, but that one in the middle is having a particularly bad day, being poisoned and burnt. Death's Door. Oh dear. Deals 50% damage with a skull. Excellent. That's what we like to see. How much flame you got? Not a lot. Not enough. But yeah, we don't have any healing. Oh, back one, so we can just keep doing Dragonfly nowadays. Makes no odds. She can't go back any further, so she'll just stay where she is, which is reasonably useful. Bafflement. Death's Door the second. Everybody's at Death's Door. I could maybe go on, we'll save Can't Sleep from the bleed. Drag back from the brink. They like each other again, just temporarily. Oh, god damn it. Well, at least when you have a turn, we stand a chance of you dying again. Unfortunately, how many Death Doors we've got in us is very difficult to gauge. There's a very high probability. Oh, I might as well just try and wipe them out since I've got no other targets available. Oh no, Dragonfly is going to be a viable option. If I do live, I'm probably going to want to change up Can't Sleep's manoeuvres again. Grab some more that are suited to the front position. But that's a big if. Okay, we did. Okay, do you have more? No, just the two. Okay. Well,
see them again.
we lost.
I am sure
We lost almost everybody. The chitinous appendage. Deliver to the inn to gain discount on all combat and inn items and +1 mastery. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. I don't think that was worthwhile. I think that's one of those challenges to avoid in the future. Wouldn't chance the meat. Pity. Over encumbered. Why don't you lick a dick? That's how much my encumbrance is. The cost of my encumbrance is you licking a dick. You don't really have ranged skills. Yours are ranged? Yeah, most of them are ranged. Backdraft. I suppose we could introduce backdraft. Controlled burn. Target gets a super burn. Oh, isn't that the column? Yeah, the column is burning, not the actual person is burning. Half-light. No, I think in fairness... Oh, Searing Strike might not be a bad choice. Yeah, I must admit, if we go for Searing Strike instead of that might work for us. But yeah, I guess instead of that, you can have the ranged damage, because we might try and focus on Firefly and Dragonfly as our movers. Although having said that, oh yeah, no, Firefly is no longer of any real significance to us. So let's see, that's another ranged, and I suppose, yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's another ranged attack, so we might as well have a crack at it, I suppose. And now here, do we have anything that's higher than 20%? I don't think we do, Trip It Off. No, so I think we'll get rid of the incense. And we'll get rid of those as well, I suppose. Stagecoach items, no. Get rid of the slimy moulds. And now, really, we could do with some items on our people. At this point, I think laudanum is... We're so far past laudanum, it's not even worth considering. Pouch of Lie, we're not going to worry too much about Pouch of Lie. So, onward and upward. So, do we want an academic study, which would lead me to a... Do you really expect me to do a lair game? I think it's going to have to be the hospital, isn't it? It's going to have to be the hospital. So, cache of supplies into the hospital, methinks. Yeah, Can't Sleep and Snooky, they both fully agree that we should be going to the cache of supplies, and I'm inclined to go with their opinion. But unfortunately we've been ambushed by some quite nasty dudes, who have also swapped my places for some annoying reason that I can't fathom, but in fairness, Firefly, or Dragonfly, sorry, is quite a useful one for getting back out of that position. Oh, goddamn bleed. We're going to have to use healing salves. Healing salves for you and me. Try and just take down the burning one, I suppose. Again, I have very little choice other than to just batter through the defense block they've got on there. Unless, yeah, feel free if someone knows of an alternate option that these two have. There's always the possibility of having options, but I mean, granted, the backdraft does actually ignore block, or not. I suppose it was ignoring a different symbol, but usually they're interchangeable because I think that's just super block versus normal block. So I feel like that should have worked, but it didn't. Never mind. Although I suppose, hang on, what was it? Oh no, what it was doing was it was calculating the half right then and there. It did 1 damage because he's got 2 burn, which is exactly what it said it should do. Can't Sleep, the last individual standing. Cauterize your wound, for you must stand and fight a little longer. You're smashing the corpse of Snooky. You are shooting a poor defenseless girl, which I think we're going to have to cauterize my wound again. I think at this point we're in stalling territory. Just got to stall until the final round if we hope to continue forward, but let's be honest, I've got 1 girl. I suppose I shouldn't have specified gender there. I apologise. That was unfair and unreasonable. She's a perfectly capable dead corpse.
She can run no further.
She's a perfectly capable corpse.
And experience.
No, she's a perfectly capable fighter. I should not have specified it based on gender there. I do apologise. But we have unlocked rewards, which is something, I suppose. Adds 1, 2, or 3 diamonds that we don't know what they do. Oh, it's the friendship! Of course it is. Idiot. And -1 stress. So basically, yeah, candles and chocolate. You're basically giving them a Valentine's date, aren't you? Scrap Grenade, Bleed for 3 points per round. And that's the entire party. Enemy party, I'd like to point out. Chirurgeon's Mixing Kit produces restorative items while driving. See, that would be quite useful, but I never seem to get them. Grave Robber's Stiff Drink, plus 5 to speed, that's pretty good. And a Knitted Blanket for the Runaway, how very nice. Plus 50% to her burns resistance, which you'd think she'd have naturally, but there you go. Fate's Foreteller, 15%. Ooh, starry at the combat start. I think that's bonus strength. The Sluice Tactician, while in the Sluice round, start with Max Dodge. See, like that is the dodge icon, but on steroids, and the tracking shot got through that dodge icon. So, in fairness, we decided that yes, the other thing was doing exactly the same as well. That's fine. I was going off on something that didn't actually happen. Schmeckledorfed. I have been Schmeckledorfed to death, which is terribly unfortunate. Oh. That's right, we're in the sort of just randomly making noise situation at this point. Situation indeed. Oh yeah, I am now just sort of doing a bit of the doobity-day. What do we fancy doing? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna have a look through my options, and then we'll make a decision. Although I've got to admit, I had not realised it is in fact 7 o'clock. And I wanted to sort of finish a little earlier than usual, so we don't know what we'll do, but it'll probably only be for about 15-20 minutes. It is in fact 7 o'clock, yes. It is surprising. Surprise, surprise. Now come on down to the surprise. Enjoy a surprise. I'll tell you what's usually quite fun for 15-20 minutes. And we've done before and therefore know, theoretically at least know that it should work, is hello. I know. I'd like to point out again, I recommended it earlier on today, and I recommend it again. The Goes Wrong show. That one specifically, unfortunately, not really the best time frame to be watching that one, because that's specifically the nativity play one they did. But he basically drops his... He's playing the Archangel Gabriel, I think it is the one, and is telling him, follow a star, and he drops his halo, and he doesn't want to just sort of carry on. He wants to sort of have the halo and look like the full angel self, and so he points at it lying on the ground and goes, hello. And they stare at him blankly. And hello. He's sort of gesturing to it. Hello. And then they just sort of wave at him, going, hello. And I love that line. I think it's just so funny. We'll do just a quick play. That'll do. And then the next sort of follow up to it is that he finally realizes, the really thick one, finally realizes that's what he wants, and so he goes, okay, I'll pick up the halo, and so he lifts it up, but they're quite a distance away from each other, and so he goes, higher, and then the rest of them go, higher. Makes me chuckle every time, that one. We're done. There'll be peace when we are done. Had any attempts at getting back up to gold after the rank reset? I have had a couple of matches, certainly. I wouldn't necessarily classify them as attempts to get up to the sort of...
Halfway to victory.
Ah, dang it. I thought I had him there, but no. Unfortunately, not so much. He jumped, and that is my one weakness. My one weakness is people who jump. But yeah, I haven't had any, like... As I say, I wouldn't necessarily classify them as attempts to get up to the next section, or level. Rank, even. Eventually I'll get the words out. Not a guarantee. I'm being shot in the behind. But I did kill Articus from the grave. Because I tossed a grenade into the hole, and the hole made that man blow up. But I have done a couple of... shites. I've done a couple of shites, but then I had the runs earlier, so that's the thing. For the sake of Onibushu, and anybody else who's just joined, that is a reference to when we started the Darkest Dungeon, the character named after me had the affliction, the runs. I do feel obliged to note that every time, which is fine. But yeah, I've had a couple of games. I managed to get at least one Exodia out, I believe. In fact, I think I did two. In fact, I think earlier on today I did my final Exodia. So I might try and build a new deck and see where we can go, or where I can go from that. Or just go back to my... oh, God. It's not the gun I thought it was. Because, yeah, today, surprisingly... Or did he give up? No, I think he gave up before I got Exodia. So I don't think that was a success earlier today. But anyway, the key point is I did go against someone earlier today who was running a very strange deck. Well, we got him. Well, someone else got him, but I was sort of there for moral support. I'm not doing very well. I've got to get me flipping iron. Woohoo! I think I've got my iron now. Ah! Grenades to the left of me. Curve it to the round, and here we... Oh, well, that's disappointing. Ow. And I also died there, which is equally disappointing. But yeah, it was a very strange deck they were running. It sort of... I thought it was going to be like a Exodia on Exodia. We were having an Exodia off. And then it became apparent that they were doing at least a slight variant on the idea, because they were using some of the other Exodia Unleashed or whatever the one Necro Exodia or something. You can summon it if you've got a piece of Exodia in the graveyard. It's the crucial detail, and you can win if all 5 pieces end up in the graveyard after you've summoned it, which is quite interesting. And it's been a temptation, but my kind of primary focus is the getting it in the hand one. But nonetheless, it's it seemed like a peculiar one, and then I sort of skill blocked him, and it kind of scuppered everything he was trying to do, because you could no longer do anything with it once it was skill blocked. It's unfortunate. It seems to be losing internet far more severely now than previously. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I suppose possibly because of Halo, but then again, I refer you back to the we've done it before. So it shouldn't really be interfering as much, but there you go, I suppose. These things are sent to try our patience, and try our patience they will. I suppose the fact that it's only a few minutes worth of Halo, it's not going to make much difference, so let's try not to care, but unfortunately I do care. I care too much. When I see the little red icon flickering around. You mean the thing Gozaburo Kaiba used at the end of the bit, where they were trapped in cyberspace? I don't know. Ow, ow, ow. I don't immediately recall that one. Is he... I mean, I recall they used the Exodia Necros, I think. But I'd not recalled it was him who used it. So I will take your word for it. That it was him. Because as I say, I do recall... And the man chasing me. The mean old man chasing me. He wants me dead. You must die now. Oh, boo hiss boo. But I did kill someone. I don't know how. I think I killed someone. Well, someone killed me, but never mind. We shall hopefully not care too much about my death. Oh, actually, no. I've just realised what mode this is. We should definitely be caring about my death, because... Little shit, he's running away. Yeah, got him. I pistoled you. I pistoled you real good. I didn't see my pistols. He duels Seto and plays a card where he draws 5 cards and then shows to Seto for him to choose 1 card to discard. And it's just all 5 pieces of Exodia. Ah. So theoretically, he would have just won then. Oh, choose to keep and discard the... Ah, yes. But again, theoretically, the moment it reaches your hand, I think you do win. I don't think there's any sort of gap in between in the sort of the official game. Obviously, in the anime, I'm assuming they put some kind of caveat or gap in there, perhaps. I don't know, but nonetheless, I think in the series... Yeah! Twofer. That was surprisingly good. It might have just been Seto sees the top 5 cards of his deck. Ah, okay. As I say, there might have been... There's usually some way around it. I punched a man in the face. I punched him in the face again. I gave him the back smack and crack. Which is just suggesting I'm a drug dealer. I've just put my grenade in my face. Run away. Run away from the embarrassment of having put your grenade in your own face. No, sir. Sir, I have to insist you not be a prick. Bombs. Bombs. I'm astonished. Both of us are still alive. And now I'm dead. This is disappointing. Either way, Seto just starts freaking out. Yeah. As I say, I don't remember that duel, truth be told. I do not remember that duel. Or not the people. I remember the duel, I just don't remember the people. I'd forgotten completely it was those two. Which I arguably, to me, says I should watch the series again. But I'm currently with my sort of lunchtime viewings, as I so often have, I tend to watch a sort of program at lunch, which is rather pleasant. It's like, you should definitely be dead, and so are you. I think the lag is doing me the world of good, because I appear to be kicking ass. But I do fear there's a certain element of lag here that's kicked in. I don't know why. Fucking internet connection is a terrible fucking joke, and I loathe it and despise it all. But, you know, I loathe and despise everything, so there's no real adjustment there. Oh, I sort of put my arm up, but then it sort of went and did it. It's fine, is it? Blimey, that surprises me. Yeah, it seems to have stabilised a little bit, but still. Before they get to the finals of Battle City. Did you see me? Yes, you saw me. Oh, but you... Oh, hello, I had a friend. I didn't know I had a friend. Ah, there's a man in the kitchen. What am I gonna do? Gonna make him pay by punching him in the stew. How'd you punch a man in the stew? You don't want to know. Ow. Nasty man was stood on top of a crate. Didn't give me a chance. I have to at least have a chance. Otherwise my victory is not available. I must admit, on this small map, I almost don't bother trying to gather a new weapon, because I had a nasty feeling. I'd hoped my friend... I went past him hoping my friend who was behind me was going to sort of polish him off. But unfortunately, he couldn't get a grip, I suppose. Ow. The mean man punched me in the face. Oh, they're also winning. Which is alarming, because it feels like I was doing really well. And to find out I'm losing, there's a bit sort of like, oh. Grenades. Mean men. Men. Mean grenades.
Power items inbound.
Yeah. I think there's a nasty boy behind me now. No, where's the man up there? You're not allowed up there. That is not place for men. That is place for scenery. No, no, I've lost my friend. Please don't have red armor. I know I've got red armor, but red armor does sort of make you feel like it's the enemies. Oh, that's a big whatever the fuck that is. The big bang gun. Gun go big bang, me go bye-bye. Which is not convenient. Me going bye-bye is not a good sign. Gonna try this stealthy. Master of stealth! He says, shouting. Cock. Shouting cock, yes. Absolutely shouting cock. I got confused. He could have gone one way, he could have gone the other way. I just couldn't find it. I couldn't find which way he went. And now I have a mangler. I got mangle wurzels in my garden. I got mangle wurzels in my shed. Oh, fuck me. What is this thing? Oh, I think it's a grenade launcher. I don't know. No, maybe he just threw a grenade at me. Which, in fairness, I'm going to return the favour and throw some grenades at you, sir. But there might be another grenade there. Yeah, nice. Nicey McNicey. I punched you in the face. I'm not going to be able to get to punch that man in the face. Yay, my friends avenged me. Good. Good. Okay. I fear this is kind of... This one's a little bit on me, which is not good, guys. Not good at all. You don't want to be relying on me to do the killing. Yeah, boy. Ah, no, boy. Because unfortunately, yeah, it seems Unaleskad's not doing very well, are you? I know, terrible. Calling someone out for not doing very well. How much of a bastard are you? I mean, pretty much maximum bastard in fairness. No! No! I did say no! You don't understand the rules. If a person says no, that means you can't kill them. Learn the rules of the game. Guys, if someone says no, in a fashion where you could never possibly know that they said no, then it means you're not allowed to kill them. Oh, they're better than me now! I need my teammates to pour some of their own weight. Oh, it didn't pull enough of their weight, but I mean, fuck me, I was the best on my team, which is, you know, not great news for the team. Poor guy, top decks Harpy's Feather Duster, but I had gone into my Link 2 in Main 2. I'm assuming your Link 2 laughs at Harpy's Feather Duster then? Because I must admit, I completely shut down, for a prolonged time, I completely shut down Sky Strikers with Harpy's Feather Duster. I finally possess a Harpy's Feather Duster, and I managed to utilise it. And, as I say, he laid down all his trap cards and I completely shut the fucker down. So, there you go. If you're the best person on your team, then you are legally allowed to be mean to your team. I don't know if that's a rule. So it was literally just discard and scoop. I see. That's unfortunate, but I suppose an inevitability on some occasions. I suppose I perhaps ought to have a look for a Raidington, although I think we are... I don't know, maybe it's rebalanced itself. But what is even available? I don't know. I don't know. I'd say I'd deposit you into another Halo Infinite, but I don't know. Like, I feel like other Halo players might be dickheads, which I know is unfair. But then again, it takes one to know one. So there you go. You definitely can abuse them. I'm a mobile player, so I know these things. Fair dues. One win until gold free, which is last night. Is it? I mean, I think it's just collapsing under its own annoyance. Yes, that's right. Plus, a lot of these are campaign mode, which I suppose doesn't make that much difference, but still. Oh. We shall see. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, if you throw a deck in, would you be able to look it over and tell me how bad it is? Well, I'll tell you what, if you throw it in there and I tell you it's bad, you know it's fucked. Interesting. That is not what I searched for, guys. Just a minor point. I suppose people searching for the Darkest Dungeon 2 also watch Elden Ring. But that's distinctly not what I asked for, so please don't be a douche, guys. What I asked for was Darkest Dungeon, but I must admit I might just not bother, truth be told. I can't find one I particularly like the look of. And I know I'm being judgmental and unfair, but it's fine. I'm allowed to be judgmental and unreasonable. So do you know what? I'm going to be full on judgmental and unreasonable and just plain on not bother. Especially because the internet does seem to be dying on its arse. So that is a problematic thing. Problematic thing indeed. I'm just looking at my YouTube subscription videos now. So yeah, professional streamer here. I'm now just sort of idly looking for other things. Let's have a look at the Steam sale. See what's on offer today. Not that I want to buy anything, but nonetheless, it's always nice to look at it. The Life and Suffering of Sir Brant. Golftopia. Scarlet Nexus. SteamWorld franchise. Risk of Rain 2. Batman. The Witcher. Marvel vs. Capcom. Monster Sanctuary. Infraspace. Injustice 2. And just the DC franchise in general, I would say. Dismantle. Mortal Kombat 11. The Escapists, Destiny 2, and Batman again. But Lego this time. It's Batman again, but this time it's Lego. I'll tell you what, let's have a look. One last possibility. Well, I'll do some admin work quickly. A little bit of admin in your life. I'd leave my admin to the wife. She doesn't really want to do it, but I still leave it to her. Oh, there appears to be a person, so let's have a look, ski, and see. What I'll probably also want is the dashboard, and equally let's mute that so that it doesn't come through too much. And then dashboard. Never hurts to see what someone else thinks, because there's a good chance they remember a few cards you didn't. Indeed, that is so often the way. A shiny soul-absorbing bone. Excellent. Just you be careful with that. So I want to try that mill-out deck. I wouldn't mind trying a mill-out deck at some point. I just don't think it's going to be practical these days, because they sort of just do horse shit. That's the subtitle of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, subtitled Horse Shit. For someone like me who doesn't really know how to balance a deck, I mean, that's very difficult. Once upon a time, it was sort of like 20 monsters, 10 traps, 10 magic cards, you're golden. Give or take, there's a little bit of wiggle room in each of those values, but that was a semi-decent ratio. Nowadays, you can get away with like all magic cards, all trap cards, all monster cards. Like Eldlick, the Eldlick stuff seems to get away with just having 3 Eldlicks and then away you go. And it's almost ridiculous. But there you go. Right. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, checking out this and seeing what it's like. It looks okay. It's the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. It'll do. So we will do a raid after all, but I do need to go off because I've got things I need to do. which is rare, but true on this occasion. So tonight, it's Wednesday, isn't it? So tonight, if you are after some gaming goodness, you have Melusaculaburs. Where is your Melusaculabur?
Doing good, doing fine.
Have you got
Taking
Melusaculaburs?
names, kicking bombs. Kicking names, taking bombs.
Yeah, I must admit, we seem to be locked in the old
fast.
trouble.
Look out, here comes the spider train!
Which I really thought I'd solved that trouble, but...
Hey, but you know what? You know what I can do now, don't you?
Not so much. Oh, well.
I'm allowed
Internet
to stop
problems,
trains again. I'm even allowed to explode them if I want.
Lots of trains, lots of trains. I think there is a second one of those, which makes me wonder if
How
at some
terrible.
point he will end up doing that one.
Oh well.
I can't guarantee that.
Doesn't fucking matter really, does it?
Go first.
Just
and say first
rebuild
5 cards
it,
aren't
right?
nibs or max C to fish for one of those. Do you know? I'd be curious, Oni, and you might have to put it in the Discord because, as I say, I do sort of need to rush off and sort something out. But I'd be curious. What's your optimal decision for using max C? Assuming you do use max C, but what's your optimal decision? You might be able to answer in the chat, or if not, pop it in the Discord. Because I wait until they're actually going to special summon something. Whereas I've seen a lot of people just throw it out. Now, I don't know. I can possibly understand the idea that maybe you throw it out early to discourage special summons. But it feels like it's more optimal to make sure you're getting an effect from that thing. So you ditch it when they're going to special summon. Therefore, you guarantee yourself at least one draw. But still. Anyway, your alternate option for tonight, of course, 9 o'clock, is Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint, who I believe... I mean, he might be doing the Hella, but then he might equally be doing something else entirely.
Mrs. Mellor says I have to go to bed. Somebody get a picture of a big thumb in here. So that's the last time we're inviting around on a Wednesday. Good night, all. Take care. See you later, Mel. Be good, man. Enjoy being thumbed into bed. I don't. That sounded a lot worse than I intended it to. Maybe that's your thing. I'm not going to say it.
But anyway, so yeah, that's your two options for tonight. I will say cheerio and then give it a moment and then end the stream. So, cheerio.